Welcome to HBFT Gaming. I'm HBFT, and we are back again with Battletech Advanced Universe and the final wrap-up of our gladiatorial campaign, as we have now drenched ourselves in super heavies. So today is the last day of our second BTAU career in a row before we move on to other things. So I figured let's take a moment, and we're just going to have a relaxed Friday, and we're going to play with all of the cool toys that we've been able to pick up in this career. It's been a long one, and it's at least longer than I expected, as we spent some time in the gladiatorial arena, but we also took a few detours in order to go through the main story campaign with the Arena Restoration. We've also gone over and done Oven and Origin, and then kind of dabbled in all of the glory of many stores. Did I mention stores? We always love stores, and that will never change no matter what career we're in. So let me zoom it on out, and let's take a look at what it is that we're working with today, because there have been some new additions to the fold. So if we zoom out, you can see behind us, hey Savax, good to see you. High five, happy Friday. If you zoom out, you can see our Apocalypse, our 200-ton double Escados railgun, rotary railgun beast. It's huge, large, in charge, and it takes up more than the screen can depict. Then I did some more dueling, and I came across this. It's the Xerxes. We had a Xerxes before. We went over to Max Dustball in a past career, and that was pretty awesome. We had Ultra Arrow 4s on it, but I've never seen this variant before. So what we actually picked up is something a little bit special. But first, thank you so much for the redemption of the Neuro Helmet 2.0. I really appreciate it. High five. Thank you very much. There, I fixed it. Hey, welcome, Tryphon. High five. Happy Friday. I like them thick, got that surround sound. Yeah, it does look like it's kind of Dolby Digital, isn't it? So this is the Xerxes 5 mic, and it has something a little bit special in the form of experimental MIRVs. So this popped up, and I had no idea what to think about it. Like, what is this? Like, it has special MIRV ammunition. So I've never seen this before, so I'm very glad that this popped up on the I guess the loot pool, so to speak, as I did farm a little bit more. So these weapons are super weapons. They each weigh 20 tons, and they say developed by the Maskarova. Isn't it Maskarovka? Developed by the Maskarova in response to the development of other so-called super weapons in development by other great houses. Well, it's a lot of development. The experimental MIRV is a fork of missile technology, where the LRM fires many small missiles, and the Arrow 4 fires one huge one. The MIRV fires a cluster of mid-sized missiles that do both substantial direct and AoE damage. The downside to the MIRV is the missiles are prone to drift mid-flight, often blanketing an area instead of all perfectly striking their target. Still, the designers considered this an effective enough result and put the experimental MIRV into extremely limited production. Well, now that it's in extremely limited production, we get to test it out on one stream, so this is excellent. Substantial, direct, and AoE damage. Interesting. Great minds! High five. So does Tryphon. That's why he married me. Oh my. Sounds like he's got good taste. My goodness. All right, so this thing comes with 2 experimental MIRVs on it. I was able to cram in a Gyro XL and adjust some things so that we can actually have a C3 slave on it. So it has some kind of... I don't know how useful this is going to be, just because it does say that it deals AoE damage. So it's going to be interesting to see if accuracy matters. But apparently some of the missiles will do direct damage, so I guess it's a plus. So it says 8 times 20. One missile has 120 heat. If you hit with everything, it will cause 120 stability damage. It has a range of 840 meters, a 1-turn cooldown, so you shoot every other turn, so it's like a lot of heat. And it deals 160 potential. So if you pull one out of the mix, you can see our heat efficiency climbs up. So you'll notice that our actual like cooling capabilities is 126, and this generates 120. So I also crammed in 2 AMS systems, 4 tons of AMS ammunition, because I doubt this is going to be very fast, so this should be interesting. Yeah, ALV, hey Mike, good to see ya. High five. All I heard in all that is that you can destroy several Capellan orphanages at once on the same city block. Wow, why didn't I think of that? Wow, that's ingenious. BTAU, Australia, did they mechanize wombats, koalas, kangaroos, dingoes, giant spiders? I don't think they need to. Those things are already weaponized with cuteness and actual deadly intent, my goodness. And as far as what we're doing today, bunnies, if you're joining us right now, we're currently going to just take a lazy Friday, throw all of our fun toys at the wall, and see what sticks, so to speak. No real goal in mind, just havoc and mayhem and a good time. So this is our new pickup. It is the Xerxes 5 mic, and it has 2 experimental super weapons on the side. Kind of interesting that, you know, despite this technically being 1 weapon on this side, it looks like it's got 2 launchers of many, many missiles. So that's our first new pickup. Then I also found, that's right, the Monster Lamb. I got this a long time ago, and it is back. So this is a flying monster of 150 tons, and I have taken our hags. I've had to downsize some things. So unfortunately, I had to take some of the Hag 30s off of our Yazata and put it onto this thing. So the Yazata's been downgraded a little bit, but it does have a few more defensive capabilities in the mix. And this thing apparently can fly. Xerxes looks like a better longbow. So if we take a look at it, it's got Hag 60, a Clanier PPC, an Angel ECM. It has a Defense Osprey Gyro for a maximum evasion because it can fly, and a Location Designator. And I figured that since, you know, it's going to be flying, maybe it can scout for us. I don't know. It does have an AMS system. It doesn't have a lot of firepower. I mean, Hag 60 is great and all, but, you know, we'll run out of ammo at some point. But, my God, it should be interesting if it can scout for us. So I threw a C3I on it, thinking maybe it'll be able to scout. But then again, we'll only find out in battle. So I have put us in the middle of Clannor territory to do just that. So this is the roster that we got working. We've got Super Heavy number 1 at 200 tons, the Apocalypse with the double Escadas rotary railguns. We've got our Alpha Super Heavy, the gigantic Marauder. I don't know what you call this, like a Marauder 3 at 150 tons. It's got 2 Clanier PPCs and 4 Clanier large lasers. We've got our Boom to Mon Bun. This thing's got all of the DACA with its new Hag 60 double improved heavy Gauss, and I guess an ER medium laser for defense. We now have our Agile Monster that can fly and shoot hags in the sky. We have our Yazata. This has the 5 Clanier largest, a Hag 20 now instead of a Hag 30, and some defensive systems. It's our 130-ton Omni Super Heavy. We have the Matar. Oh, I made an adjustment. This is Templar Latham's Beast. Formerly, it had 2 Clan Gauss rifles and 2 Clanier PPCs. I have now given it Clan Hag 80, so it's probably not as accurate anymore, but at least it has some paint stripping capabilities. So it doesn't have Clan Pharaoh, it has Pharaoh anti-pierce, so it's immune to all through armor critical damage, so it's not as, you know, weight efficient. It has 2 Clanier mediums now instead of Clanier PPCs, and then it has Hag 80, so I'm hoping this is going to allow it to just sort of sandblast its way to victory and not run out of ammo too quickly. I'm a little worried about that. I only had so much Hyper Gauss ammunition. It only has 7 tons. It probably needs more like 10 or 12. But I mean, at this point, you know, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes, and it should be a good time. So Templar Latham now some new tools to work with. That's awesome. Hey, Reorks, good to see ya. High five. Thank you so much for the resub for 25. Much appreciated. Yeah. Who needs to be accurate when you blow up everything? Yes. Of course, we've got the A2 Bun V3. We've got our Lermy Bun with Clan LRM Artemis 480. We've got our Timby Bun with the, I believe it was it the Clan LRM 15, the ER large and ER mediums? Yeah, it's a pretty standard setup. Of course, our Score Bun C3, I now crammed a C3I into it. And then we've got our Command Knight with a C3 Master, the new Xerxes with the experimental Mervs, our Warhawk with the 4 Clanier PPCs, of course the Pop Bun, our Lacerator from our gladiatorial fights, and last but not least our Breaker. I do have our Raven, which I've been bringing in despite it not being part of our networks, and then I just couldn't bring myself to take the Cypher apart. It's here, but I probably won't be using it today. So that's the lineup right now, and I'm very excited to check this out. So if we go over to the navigation screen, you'll see that we're 1 day away from the finance report, and I've placed us firmly in the middle of Clan Ghost Bear's invasion corridor at a 4.5 skull difficulty system of Radstadt. So I figured just straight up fight would be a good way to test things. So we're going to go over to the command center, get into, I believe it's insurance policy, a battle in the lowlands against Clan Ghost Bear, and then we'll move from there. So let's go ahead and negotiate up and check out the new stuff. Who needs all of the loot? We still do, despite the fact that, you know, we're bringing in stuff that probably won't be much loot. So I'm actually going to go in and clear out the whole loadout, and we're going to start this from scratch. So a Paka Bun. We want to bring in and test out all the super heavies. So we're going to go in and get red legs. Red legs, if you ever have an Apaka Bun, let me tell you, I realized I was a little worried about the ammunition on this thing. I didn't realize this, but you can actually go over to the Illyrans and you can ally yourselves with them, go over to their faction store, and they sell the ammunition for a different Gauss weapon that is compatible with this one. So I was able to just buy unlimited tonnage or unlimited amounts of the bins and give it a few extra tons. So it is now sufficiently stocked with ammunition for a slightly longer engagement. Did I say like for a long engagement? No, I said slightly longer, but you know what? At least that's a tip for you. You got one of these amazing duelists, and you can get more ammo if you ally yourselves with the Lyran Commonwealth. So there it is. Boom, 2 Mon Bun. Let's go ahead and get our bunnies into this. So we've got ourselves, where are you at? There you are, Death Skull. And we have our new Monster Lamb. Now, I was thinking out of everybody, currently our dodgiest bunny is Panzerbun. So I'm going to cram Panzerbun into this beast. He's going to be flying this instead of the Timby right now. We got Rhubarb Carl. I actually respect Rhubarb Carl, so now he's got Precision Master, and he's going to have his place in the Yazata. We got Templar Latham, of course, in his Matar. Everything's looking good. Hey, Cornish Knight, welcome, Raiders, who are joining us right now. We're currently just getting set up for our warm-up mission to test out some of the new Super Heavies that we got. Hopefully you're doing well. High five and happy Friday, yeah. Welcome. Very good to have you with us. Where are you guys streaming today? We've got ourselves, I definitely want a little LRM support, so let's go and get Soljin into that one. I almost wish now that I brought somebody who has Missile Mastery and cram him in the Xerxes. I know Soljin has Missile Mastery. Maybe we should leave the LRM bund out, and we'll use the Xerxes instead, so Soljin can use his Missile Mastery and get extra oomph out of Experimental Mervza. Oh, nice! Is that the turn-based strategy one? The kind of like dark one where you play as the undead King Arthur? Wow, okay, that's cool. Are you playing with the new DLCs or anything like that? I haven't played with any of the new DLCs. I played through the original campaign. That is a fun one. That's a fun thing there, yeah. Anakita's good to see you. Crossbow, high five, welcome. You made it right on time for our warm-up mission. We're currently just getting set up. We definitely want our command knight. We got Crow. Crow's going to be on this. I'm constantly surprised at the initiative boost this command knight gets. It's at initiative phase 8. And it's a Black Knight of all things, which is kind of ludicrous. I'm definitely going to get our Raven for all of our anti-missile ECM protection. We'll go and get Surf Cold into that. The Breaker has been fantastic for running anti-battle armor screening with Uffizi, so that's awesome. We do have our Warhawk. I love the Warhawk. You know what? Let's shift things over a little bit. I'm just gonna bum them over just a tad to make a little bit of room for a forward C3I deployment. So I'm definitely going to make sure we have our Scorpion out there. I know it seems like a strange one, but it's nice to have someone who's low profile and close to the enemy able to dish out the juice. And then for a Warhawk, I'll go in and get Crossbow, toss him into that one. And then we even have space for plates, so we'll get Kit Pup in the Long Tom with Fast Fire. And then we got Amiel, and he can drive around in the Advanced Behemoth right there. Do we have room for a Puma as well? We do. Must be less than 1550. Oh, never mind. All right, so we're just coming in with 1460. And is everything equipped? Yes, it is. Warm-up mission. Here we come against Clan Ghost Bear. 4.5 skull difficulty. Battle in the lowlands. High five, yeah? Our mechs named. I have named most of the mechs. I haven't named the new mechs because I just got them recently. Actually, last night. only King Arthur for now. I know there's a prequel sequel game. I don't remember. I remember there was like, I think there's a DLC that came out which is supposed to be sort of like Roman Legion-esque, and I've heard good things about that, but I haven't played it. Yeah, Warhawk is the big mean PPC machine. That's right. Oh, Christy. Oh, you want to name, which one do you want to be? Do you want to be the thickness with the experimental nerves? You want to be the flying scout monster? I guess you get to sort of preview it out. I don't mind renaming one as Christy Marie, not at all. And Anakitas, if I had you as a pilot here, I would definitely have you in as the Warhawk. Yeah, it's a whole different game. Oh yes, with the DLC for King Arthur's Knight's Tale. Yeah, no, I remember trying to figure out which alignment to go with, to go sort of like dark or good. I really always wanted Morgan Le Fay. It's just something that I've always wanted. I've always wanted Morgan Le Fay, and it's made me want to go down the dark side, but I just can't bring myself to do it. So the Scout Monster. Do remind me, Christy, when we get back to the Argo. Hopefully it'll perform well and not die here, and we'll be able to get it back in action with your name on it, yeah? I'm all in for energy mechs, especially assaults. Well, you're the one who showed me the Supernova 2, and I'm still in love with that mech. I've got such fond memories of that thing. And you're also the one that told me about the Warhawk with the 4 PPCs. I've actually, believe it or not, since we played the Chaos Reign DLC for MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, I was able to get the Sunder Hero Mech and the Kodiak Ghost Bear, and I took our Kodiak 2, the one with the 5 jump jets, and I remember you kept telling me to try out the 4 Clanier PPCs. I did it, and I currently have that equipped on it right now. So, you know, I hear what the bunnies say, and I usually go along with it. I love you say Scout Monster with a cadence of Rock Lobster. I'm just picturing a great song with Rock Lobster. I mean, we can be good bad guys. It's like failing upwards to becoming a hero. The bunnies are anti-heroes, very much like antipasti. We're here to, you know, just delight in the buffet, yeah? Oh my gosh, we've seen a kaiju once. We've seen a kaiju once and it was amazing. Are they dropping right in front of us? This is either really good or really bad. I don't know which, yeah?
The target lance is somewhere in this vicinity, bunnies. Even though I'm pretty sure that's them. Right in front of us.
Bunnies, I'm seeing movement in this area. It could be our boys, outside of the fact I drop you right behind our boys.
Well, once you hit them in the green, keep your eyes open for reinforcements, bunnies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the reinforcements, and I'm pretty sure you dropped us right on top of our enemy, Samir. Not a great start. Well, actually, no, we're slow, boys. So maybe this helps. Yeah, we're slow. Yeah, so we don't have to go to them. Excellent. Good job. Good job. With their backs towards you. Darius being Darius. Okay, so what are we dealing with here? Do we have any enemies? First of all, can I... Yeah, first of all, if you... Can you imagine coming across this on the battlefield? Jesus, look at that silhouette. This is nasty. We have just landed, and the Bunny League hath arrived, and they brought some modicum of firepower to the mix. That is quite an imposing bulk. Oh, there it is. Wow, very nice, guys. Let the sun eclipse your eyes, lest you see what waits behind you. So apparently in front of us we do have a star. It is confirmed. They got a Warhawk Alpha, Clan LBX AC10, Double Clan ER Large, Clan Streak SRM 6, Clan LRM 15. They have the Mad Dog Vulture, Double Clan Large Pulse, Double Clan Medium Pulse, Clan LRM 40. They've got a Storm Crow. Oh wow, LRM 40, SRM 4 Narc Launcher. Gargoyle is... Apparently they've been experimenting on a brand new mech. This is some kind of an obscene... This is some kind of an obscene mashup of a Franken-Clanner mech where it looks out both sides at the same time. You know, I'm not... He can see what's coming, and he also sees what's chasing him at the same time. It's an odd thing, and I'm not going to think too much on it. Well, good luck to them, and glad they're experimenting. Always keep growing, Clanners. Always keep growing. I'd leave. You can have the planet. Some thick mix. I see that on the field. I'm pulling up Brave Sir Robin. It's a gargoyle stuck in a Stormcrow. I think you're right. Yeah, imagine you shoot through the Mad Dog into the Warhawk. That'd be awesome. Well, let's see. Can I even click on the Stormcrow? To confirm Tank Hair's suspicions, it is in fact that, but anyway, when we shoot it, we'll be able to determine exactly what's happening here. But in the meantime, don't worry about it. It's I'm sure they've got all kinds of spawn protection. So you know what? Who can move first? So believe it or not, initiative phase 8, Crow can move. Now the bad thing is, if we try to attack him, actually we have a decent chance of hitting them. Very interesting. Well, we do have Serve Cold. Tell you what, I'm gonna get Serve Cold. We're gonna move up and we're gonna try to get a lock on these gentlemen. Do they have any battle armor on board? I don't immediately see battle armor. It seems like it's just the star. Obviously there's more down here. There's some battle armor. We got a 50 tonner and a 7.5 ton passenger. So what if we just tuck up and we come on out maybe over to this side like this? Maybe 9 evasion. That's great. We'll come all the way over with a secret web on. And we're going to Bloodhound Probe ping them just to, you know, get the picture of what's happening here, yeah? Hey, Thrake, happy Friday. High five, you're joining us right now. We currently are testing out in our warm-up mission our new stuff. And Samir has dropped us right behind some kind of Franken star. So there's the initial ping. I'm seeing a 55 tonner in the distance, probably a Stormcrow with elementals on board. And they're coming right for us. Yeah, they still... Okay, yeah, definitely see the secret weapon, but the secret weapon does have the anti-missile ECM suite on board, and it has stealth armor and 9 evasion. Good luck on that one. That is so satisfying. Okay, so I'm not going to move Crow just yet. He still has spawn protection, so let's go into reserve to 7.
Reserving action.
There's a counter reserve, I assume, with maybe the Golem, I believe. Reserve here to 6, and who's on 6? So it seems like the Stormcrow could go, and it does have a lot of missiles. Speaking of which, I should probably arm up our AMS so that we are prepared, because after all, we haven't even moved yet, right? So let's pass through. We'll just do a quick pass. So double AMS on the Black Knight. Let's go ahead and overload that. Solgen, double AMS on our new Xerxes 5 mic. We're going to overload that. Crossbow, no AMS. Uffizi, no AMS. Serve Cold, no AMS. I don't think we have any on our Behemoth with Amiel or with Kit Pop, so it's on to the other super heavies. Aha. Our Pocketbun, double AMS, overload. Our Alpha, no AMS here. Death Skull in the Boom to Mon Bun, no AMS here. Panzerbun actually has an AMS system. He's going to go ahead, and I'm going to just keep it low key. I'm not going to overload that because it doesn't have much ammunition, and it's supposed to be its own beast. Rhubarb's no AMS, and triple AMS on our Matar. Right there. There we go. So now we've got hopefully sufficient coverage because we did take our anti-missile ECM suite and shift the coverage forward. Hopefully it'll keep us alive. So before we attack, who do we have? We've got our Scorbun, Command Knight, and our Breaker. Now the Breaker is part of the C3 network. The Scorbun is part of our C3I network. So let's just dash forward, I suppose, with our MRM Apollo. Like this, and this is going to move our C3I representative closer to the enemy. A Gothic Ring. Oh, heck yes, I heard about it. I never played Gothic, though, despite it being a classic. All right, it's got 50% chance to hit the Gargoyle with the Hag 20, or we could try to ding the Stormcrow before it moves. Let's do that. So anything that hits is going to start to just barely strip away on the rear here. Low chance to hit, but you know, it's full value, which is awesome. And if we can get any sort of penetrative capabilities, that'd be awesome. Next movement. Okay, so he's turned around now. And he's shooting missiles. And one of us has been narked. That gives +2 accuracy, but for the most part, he's been shut down. Dude, did we see that? Did we see that cross coverage there? That's like a wall. It's like we're entering Battlestar Galactica and they're putting up a flak wall right here. That's ludicrous. They just don't have a chance of getting missiles through, at least while we have ammunition. Let's go and get our Breaker forward, and we're gonna push. Apparently, that's a 37% chance to hit the backside of the Mad Dog. We could come around the outside and try to land that. Let's come around over towards our anti-missile ECM suite, full speed for a Breaker. And we're just going to try to land something despite the fact that our chances are not very good. Good. There it is. We got an opening here if anyone is capable of landing something. And here comes our Stormcrow. Is he going to melee? A clan mech against our kicker? And he misses. Okay, this guy's in trouble. Wow. Okay, so he tried to kick the kicker and he missed horribly and has 0 evasion now. So this is the Stormcrow that was Franken merged with the Gargoyle, and we can see what it is now. So it's the Stormcrow Echo with 4 Clan ER smalls, Clan ATM 18, and double Clan ER medium. I mean, a nice deadly loadout, but not when he's standing still right next to a C3I, I guess, representative. And then he's made it visible now that there's a Gargoyle mic facing us. Clan SRM6, Clan ER PPC, Hag 20, yeah? He wanted to present his butt too. Well, the butt's over to the right side. All the big thick boys are over here. Let's see what we got. We got a Crow. I mean, this is Crow's chance to maybe, if he can land a shot on the back of this Mad Dog before he moves on the next initiative phase, that would be amazing. It would mean giving up his spawn protection, but I mean, you know, what's the price of safety anyway? So here comes Crow. He's shifting. The chance to hit right to the rear is 69%. Comes in indirect or direct. Direct's a little more accurate, but if I miss, maybe I'll get a stray shot and blast the Warhawk instead. Since it's the rear Inferno, I'm going to come in with some high explosive and try to get a splash in there, and maybe even follow up with a Clan Plasma Cannon and mark him up for increased AoE activity. So send a salvo. And it looks like we had a good hit. Well, that is good. And Crow lands a solid smack right on the rear of the Vulture. Fantastic. Doesn't even get to do anything yet. Awesome. Gothic's considered a hard game series. Good game, though, but I haven't ever played him much. More like a glimpse on demos. That's kind of one of the cool things to think about remakes. Oh, yeah. So half of a Vulture turns around and tries to shoot into our anti-missile ECM shield. Good luck on that, and he fails miserably. My goodness. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about remakes is I haven't played a lot of games. I play a lot of games, but I haven't played a lot of like cult classics. And with a remake, I get to experience something maybe improved, maybe akin to, but at least usually on par, right? So it gives me an opportunity to play something that's maybe been modernized a little bit, and I get a similar-ish sort of experience, yeah? So Timby in the distance, Clan Gauss Rifle, Clan Large Pulse, LRM-10, SRM-4, Small Pulse seems to be taking a little bit of a cue from an Inner Sphere Atlas in terms of its loadout, and unable to land any of the LRM-10. So what are we dealing with right now? So on 3, we do have that Warhawk. He still has his butt turned to us. So who might be able to land some shots? Because he still has 6 evasion. It's a little bit tough. We've got our Matar with our Hag 80. Yeah, maybe. That's Templar. Then we got Crossbow with a pinpoint 4 Clan ER PPCs. We got Kid Pup with the Long Tom. Can't shoot that right now. And it looks like it might be up to our Matar. So let's see if we can't get a nice green line. That's what I'm looking for. If we pull up on the hill here, we have an obstructed line. What's the chances of hitting this guy? 56%. Will I accidentally hit another bunny with Hag 80? Because that would be horrible. 56%. Is it worth the risk? If I go here and I minimize, then I might only kill HB. That's a little more acceptable. Okay, so if I might... Oh, that's a solid green. So if I sprint east, I've got a solid line 69%. I think that's a lot better, and I might only kill... Well, Panzerbun, it's okay, it's okay. I have full faith in Templar Latham. High five. Hey, Syndrin, welcome. A dual Hag 40 covers a multitude of sins, most notably the sin of I did not bring enough guns. Well, let's find out. Is this enough gun for the Bunny League? Hag 80, just the Hag 80, sending to the rear of the Warhawk before it gets a chance to move. Engage.
Putting one in the back.
Soften him up. And
That's the kill.
not bad for a first salvo, and not even a full salvo at that. There it is. Warhawk deleted. That is awesome. Good job to Templar Latham. Seems that the firepower was indeed sufficient. Sufficiently softened up. Oh, he real soft. Yeah, it definitely is. Hey, Jeff, great to see you. High five. Happy Friday. You're joining us right on time. Haven't missed a darn thing, if I may say so myself. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday, yeah? All right, not too shabby. Good job, Templar. Nice first salvo out here. Excellent, excellent. So who's left? We've got enemies in the distance, enemies sort of mid-range. Let's just let them go. Let them go. We've kind of, you know, taken our shots at the ones closest to us, and ideally the rest of the bunnies will get a flex a little bit. So 85 tonner out there. Maybe they got a Warhawk. They do. It's a large pulse triple clan plasma cannon clan AR PPC clan SRM 6 beast. He landed some unfortunate plasma onto some of our super heavy, so before they even get to go, they're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. Let's just might as well let them just all go, maintain the spawn protection. I'm assuming that the additional counter reserves are from battle armor. Is that right? Yeah, probably. So this is our turn now. Well, we do have our new Panzerbun setup out here. So this is the Monster Lamb. So Panzerbun does have invisible target, so we're going to go ahead and transform it. Avionics. This is the transforming gear for the Monster Lamb. The avionics gear controls the mech's transformation technology and permits the mech to swap between modes easily and without trouble. The technology is fragile and heavy, prone to breakage, which made lambs troublesome in terms of maintenance, leading to lambs slowly fading out of active service as more and more of them broke. However, in the 3060s, the knowledge to repair the avionics returned and lambs began proliferating around the inner sphere again. Okay, well, if I click this, then... Des, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that you have time to, you know, mourn. And if there's anything I can do, please let me know. I know how it was for Bella. So, I'm so sorry again. Yeah. Yeah, Bella... Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. I still kind of remember how that feels. Yeah, that's... Well... You're here. Hopefully you can forget your troubles for a little bit. And again, like I said, if you need anything, please message us, me, whoever. Yeah. High five, buddy. All right, so we've got Panzerbun. He's in the new and agile Monster Lamb. It has taken the form of Transformers, and I love these little mini wings right here for instability, and you can still see the active AMS field on it. If we go into sprint mode, we can see if we can generate some evasion and get this thing flying. It can move pretty far for a super heavy and generate 8 evasion. 8 evasion. All right, here we go. So it's going to fly on the way, just getting the engines warmed up. There he goes. A little release. It's a, yeah. I'd imagine. Yeah. All right, well, let's see. So we've got ourselves... Our personal AMS got a Clanny RPPC. Pretty decent chance to hit here on the Gargoyle. We got a pretty decent chance to hit on the Stormcrow. We got a good chance to hit on the Mad Dog. And we can shoot over our ally's head and hit the Stormcrow right in the face. So let's shoot the Stormcrow and soften him up. Or actually, you know what? Since we're closest to the Gargoyle, maybe we'll just smack the Gargoyle and see how much we can dish out with Clanny RPPC and Hag 60. So engage full salvo.
Roger that.
Good impact. Hack 60 to soften up the right side. Excellent. Very nice. And it's carrying a C3I, allowing us to extend our network wherever we please. So hopefully it's going to allow him to get behind enemies and shoot them in the butt. That'd be awesome, yeah. It's mainly a reason for...
I'm listening.
Fair enough. All right, so we got our Apocabun, the Alpha, the Boom 2 Mon Bun, our Yazata. So the Yazata has 5 Clanny, our largest, and a Hag 20. So let's just walk it up.
On my way.
See who we have the best chance possible to engage with. This is for the Stormcrow Echo. This is the one that tried to kick our bunnies. So let's go ahead and soften him up with a full salvo. I don't even see him. Oh, there he is. He's right here. We got a breach. So I did downgrade the Hag 30 to a 20, but the 5 Clanny or largest were sufficient to make a good impression, and then follow it up with a little bit of crit seeking on the inside. So there it is, yeah.
Right here.
We got our Apocabun, our Alpha, the Boom 2 Mon Bun, and the Xerxes. I'm going to save the Xerxes for when we've got a little more of a breach. I guess we could try to establish a breach on, let's say, the Stormcrow Delta out here. So we'll get crossbow. We'll get a nice clean line right here, 56%. We could walk it up. I mean, that's pretty solid. I guess this guy, if we get any stray shots, maybe we'll hit the guy behind him. So he's got 4 Clanny RPPCs here just to sensor impair and deal breaches if he can. Good first hit, good second hit, good third hit, and I thought it's 56% crossbow. Stop bucking the trend, my guy. You're making percentages look like they're guarantees. That's amazing. Very impressive. I love that 56%. 4 out of 4. Wonderful. Works 100% of the time. There. That's our guy. That's our guy. Well, good for him. Crossbow always coming through. We'll kind of follow it up with our alpha. We've got 2 Gladiator PPCs, 4 Gladiator larges. This guy is, I guess, sufficiently soft. This guy has not been, he's got breaches, but he's kind of out of the area on the left side. So let's try to get a good salvo from the alpha. Got the leg, got the torso, and breached the middle. 33 structure. He's going to fall down, take additional damage. And apparently we dinged him in the head as well with one of those. And now he's got 3 structure, and he's lying on the ground. Crossbow, what are you on? Must be some of the good stuff. That was an anti-XCOM moment. So speaking of, we do have the new Xerxes 5 mic. So this thing has the experimental MIRV on it. It seems like they've got a 1-turn cooldown, so we only want to shoot one of these at a time. So I'm actually going to sidestep it. It does have the C3 Alpha on board, and fortunately Uffizi and the breaker's located right here, so he should be able to improve the chances of hitting, despite the fact that these guys have some solid, decent-ish evasion. So I'm going to go ahead and target this Mad Dog. Although, maybe, can we target the guys in the distance? Are we going to be able to hit those guys? 50% and 88% on a Timby. Well, they did see AoE damage, but I guess, yeah, let's try to see how much direct damage we can do. No one's hit this Timby yet. This is a Timby beta, and we're sending 1 experimental MIRV salvo from 1 experimental MIRV. It's supposed to be able to shoot 8 times at about 20 damage each. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Okay, so solid. He had 1150. He's down to 805, which is actually pretty decent. So almost 400 damage from a single salvo. Apparently does AoE as well. You can see he's kind of isolated. So next up, for science, we will be trying it in a cluster of enemies. A cluster of enemies indeed. So we got our Apoca Bun, the Boom 2 Mon Bun. Now the Boom 2 Mon Bun does have access to more Hags. Make that Hag 60 double improved heavy Gauss. So whoever he shoots at, he should be able to breach and clear. It's just a matter of figuring out where he's going to be most effective. There's the Gargoyle. I mean, that guy has 3 structures, so let's choose a different target. Oh, there's the Timby that we softened up with the experimental MIRV. Engage him.
Tell me what to shoot.
There's the breach. Excellent. All right, so he's got breaches on both sides. We missed with one of our improved heavy Gauss rounds, but the rest is good. Yeah, fully updated mod. My dad said artillery doesn't work the same as it used to. A lot less directly effective. I think, well, the artillery was changed a while ago. I don't know if they've made an additional change after that, but it is definitely very different than it used to be when you could shoot like every turn and get direct damage. Now it's like all AoE, if that makes sense. I'm going to send in Amiel to start to try to clear out some of the detritus. So I'm going to dash, but try to limit lines of sight to indirect only for him, except for the targets in front of him. And we're going to go in and solidly salvo on the Stormcrow and do our best here. Well, I'm glad that Frisco's recovering for sure. Yeah, you want to start a pure vehicle company run. They've got starts for that. They've got starts for V beginnings, I believe. So you can totally do that. All right, nice hits. We got another enemy on the ground. And Dad, I'm glad that Frisco's recovering. That's great news. That's great news. Apoca Bun and Kid Pup. I'm going to take the first turn just to move Kid Pup to an indirect location. So he's not going to fire on this one. He's just going to move and lock. Probably should have locked first. So we'll lock, let's say, the Mad Dog behind him right here. No need to fire just yet because he does have fast fire, and it will activate on the next turn, and it leaves just the Apoca Bun, so we need to choose carefully. So the Apoca Bun has the Escatus rotary railgun. Probably don't want to shoot them both at the same time. I don't have multi-targeting, so we're just going to tune up 1, tune them both up to 3, and we're going to choose a lucky recipient. 1 lucky recipient of the Escatos rotary railgun. The question is, to whom will we dish out the hurt? 63% to the Warhawk in the distance with all the clan plasma cannons, or the Stormcrow in front of us? Stormcrow it is.
Firing at him.
There it is. Beautiful. High five. All right, we got him with one of them. Obviously, they narked us. We had to get him back. That's wonderful. Yeah, I never got around to the idea before because I thought mechs were the stuff, but now there's so many more interesting vehicles. I have to say, some of my favorite vehicles were actually on Rogue Tech. I actually can't wait to try to find more vehicles in Rogue Tech because they had some solid mechs that were just absolutely incredible. AMS coverage, great mobility, the ability to just absolutely hammer people with flames and damage, limited adjustability in terms of loadouts. So definitely one of the great things about Rogue Tech are their vehicles. Yeah. All right, so we got our Command Knight, we got Serve Cold. Okay, so Command Knight, let's just seal the deal here, try to clear left to right if we can. If we take a look at the initiative orders, the Gargoyle's on the ground for 2. We've got these gentlemen here. This one's still standing, so maybe we try to put that Mad Dog on its back. So we got Crow here, high explosive, or do we want to shape charge in his face? Shape charge? Sure. We do need to breach this guy, so hopefully we can shape charge and tag him at the same time.
All right, let's
Good impact. We should get a breach. Transfer heat. Beautiful. 67 structure on exposure. Yeah. Von Sandpanzer, high five. You are currently our new Lamb pilot. Welcome and happy Friday. You reached us for the warm-up mission. All right, Stormcrow Alpha coming right over the top here. There's a lot of stuff on the field. So I think that's what's slowing the game down. But all the bunnies trying to protect Crow with everything that they got. That is awesome. Great coverage. Great coverage. One missile slipped through, but that was it.
Standing by.
Serve Cold on the follow-up. Let's go into reserve.
Roger that.
I don't see any close by battle armor. It's all in the distance out here. So I'm actually going to wait. I'm going to wait till 6 because these two gentlemen close to us are on 5. So can we take care of those guys? We got Flint Taggart. We got Uffizi. Let's get... I'm going to have Uffizi do Lightfoot. So he's going to sprint on waypoint and then come back in. And we're going to use this rock to give him a line of sight break to this star on the right side. And he'll be right on the road to come on in and hopefully exploit this situation right in front of him. Engage. Good clear. High five. Good job, Uffizi. Good job, bunnies. Yeah. Mercenary Company's probably one of the few people who can say Steiner Scouting rookie numbers. Yes, this is how end of careers usually work. Nova Foxtrot in the distance. Got a Hag 20. They're bringing the Hags as well. Triple Claniar medium. Hag 20. Trying to shoot at Red Legs. Slamming into him, but he's got hyper or heavy plating. And that allows him to have almost 3,900 armor. So 3828 left. Not too shabby. We'll get the Score Bun. We do have the Supercharger on it. Dets and Panzer Bun introduced me to the Scorpion. And we're going to come out on just a... I guess it's a run, not a sprint. It's a run with the supercharger or a walk. Come out, maintain 8 evasion, which is ludicrous. Is that right? Is that 8? No. It's 7. Okay, 7's still really great. And we're gonna slam into that Mad Dog because it's got a big old hole in the middle.
Everything I've got.
And it's carrying the C3I on it. So it should help all of our other bunnies behind him. Enemy is out of there. High five. Good job, bunnies. Good job. Scare him off the battlefield. All we got to do is clear that gargoyle on our left side, and we've secured a little bit of a haven for our landing zone.
Good to go.
I almost like the tiered studio seating elevation change here. So gradual and beautiful. Each of us shooting over each other's heads like some massive... Do you remember I think we've talked about this before in G.I. Joe as a kid. They had that mobile fortress with all the turrets on it. It kind of reminds me of this. This is our wall of steel. Everyone's on a gradient. Everyone's shooting over each other's head. And then we're all going to group together under the coverage of this little ditty with Serve Cold. The right weapon for the job. Darn straight it is. All right, so Serve Cold, let's go in and reserve down to 5. There's the counter reserve down to 4. And we'll reserve all the way down to 3 because the Gargoyle's going to stand on 2, and we do not want him to stand. All right, a lot of shuffling in the background, but they're nicely grouped back there, so if we can actually get a good lock on them, it's going to be awesome because we've got the other experimental Murph to send, and we can actually test the AoE capabilities. Apparently, they've got an Osteon. Really reminds me of Pokemon. So that was Clan LRM, what is that, 80? No, Clan LRM 100 from the Osteon. They shot 100 Oh my god. None of them hit us. I didn't even know he shot Clan LRM 100. Okay, so they're trying to shoot at Panzer Bun, but good luck. He's got 8 evasion on a monster lamb. He's got invisible target. He has an angel ECM for +2 difficulty to hit, etc. So he's got so many defenses, and he's piloting 10, which is ludicrous. So yeah, he's going to be a difficult one to hit. So apparently this guy shot at us. He's red hot after that first salvo. Shot 100 LRMs and did not connect. There's lamb monsters. Yes, and they're available in the arena, it appears. All right, well, where are we at? We're on 3. We got to get rid of this gargoyle, so let's take care of that. We got our Matar with a Hag 80 Warhawk. What a great tool. What a great tool. Let's go in and get crossbow, despite the fact that he sometimes tells us that he's only going to hit 56% of the time. I don't believe him. I think he's going to hit exactly where he means to. Crossbow, could you maybe shoot somewhere in the middle? Yeah, there. High five. Yeah, crossbow, he lies in a good way. He's very humble, let's say. He's like, I got a 30% chance I'm going to hit him right in the head, basically 100% of the time. Oh my goodness, Panzer, gosh. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Man, there's a lot of heartache in the Bunny League today, but you know what? I think that, you know, if you've got a moment to feel, that only does you and the rest of the world good. So I'm glad that you have a moment for yourself. So hearts out to all the bunnies today. So let's, if we can, I guess, celebrate living with a lot of firepower. How about that? Yeah. But again, if you need anything, please let us know. Yeah. High five, buddy. High five. You're in our hearts, and you're flying above the enemy's heads. Let's put it that way. All right. So let's bring it down to 2. Let's see what they can throw at the Bunny Lake. Something tells me the bunnies are going to be A-okay in this last foray into the mix. So here we go. We got the bunch of clanners in front of us. They're throwing everything they got at us. So far, the bunnies seem to be just fine. And to lead the charge, we're going to go ahead and allow Panzerbund to go and scout for us with the new... To just double check though, there are elementals there. It would be really interesting to see elementals try to swarm Panzerbund, but you know, just out of safety, I'm going to move other people to force the counter reserve first, and then we'll go from there. So let's go in and get Templar Latham. If anyone needs to remove some elementals, Templar Latham's great for it. So he's just going to get a line. There we go. Slightly obstructed. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's get... Oh, I know. I can start with Kit Pup. So Kit Pup can utilize fast fire. We're going to fast fire. We don't move. Stay in place. Switch to Inferno templates. And we just choose a target. Where are we going to have good effect? We're going to place it right on top of, let's say, Le Timberwolf. How about that? We'll put a plate right there, and we will start the burning. That forces a counter reserve from 1 unit. We just need 1 more bunny to go. How about Amiel? And we will have Amiel focus in. It's going to line it up and send direct fire right on that storm. Ooh, actually, you know what? There's bunnies right in front of us. Just hang tight right here, yeah? I find protection from evil good is good to keeping elementals at bay. All right, so now that the elementals have counter reserve, now we're going to take Panzerbund, and he's going to fly right into the thick of battle and carry our C3I and scout for us. So there's Panzerbund. The speaker kind of reminds me... I hope you don't mind. I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. It kind of reminds me of, we recently read about, reread the description for Rhonda Snort's Heavy Metal and how she has speakers. It makes me grin every time, so I'm thinking about that for you. All right, so Panzerbund's on the move. He had to suffer from some recoil penalties on the last turn. Despite all the fire control systems, a little bit difficult to connect with some people. So maybe we'll just, do we want to shoot at gnomes? Or do we want to shoot at the Ostion? Let's go ahead and soften up that Ostion. We actually have a decent chance to impact there. Hag 60, and we have definitely hit battle armor. Holy moly. Excellent. So he's holding onto the C3I and bringing us closer to our enemies, our optimal ranges. So let's take advantage of his premier scouting, and we're going to move on up. Let's go ahead and get Templar Latham spread out, spread to the right side with our Matar. Hag 80, and they got a Nova right here. We can actually precise strike this time, which is excellent. Couldn't really do that before. So there's a Nova with a Hag 20. There's the Warhawk. I know the Warhawk. Templar Latham's usually been good about this, so sometimes you gotta adjust for kicks. Hit straight to the head. Hag 80. Oh yeah, we got that.
Target eliminated.
We definitely got I did not. So okay, so previously I thought that the Clan Gauss rifle, you know, you focus all that damage into one place. Templar Latham did a really great job with that. I didn't know if he'd be able to sustain his steady hand on the enemy long enough to send Hag 80 into the dome repeatedly, because one single shot from the Hag is not enough to destroy the cockpit. So he had to hold it right on it like a laser beam and shove all 80 Hag bursts into that head. And he did it. A good job. Hag equals head, all gone. Guillotine with 80 hypervelocity rounds. Yes. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Well, tell you what, we got Rhubarb Carl. He's got his Yazata. So let's go ahead and just keep softening up the enemy. We've got an enemy close by, but a little bit difficult to hit. We've got an enemy, the gnomes in the distance. Well, gnomes are surprisingly durable, and we do have a Hag and 5 Clanier larges, so whatever we hit is probably going to get good effect. So let's just send in the general vicinity and see if we can spread it out evenly. And there it is. Knock them right off like you're shooting at Hogan's Alley. This is just pop him right off. He's like, pull.
I hear ya.
Boom to Monbun also has Hags. He can probably line this up.
Got it. Max
He's
speed,
got improved
no
heavy Gausses. Does not have the same kind of drop off that the standard stuff does. If we can, I'd like to try to hit that Osteon. You know what? We're not generating a ton of heat, so let's go ahead and Battle Lord it up. Extra heat generation, but we get a little extra oomph out of the guns and a little extra accuracy, and let's send the salvo. Osteon shot 100 Clan LRMs at us, so if we can remove its capability to do so, that'd be great news before Kit Pup lands the burn. So excellent. Seems like it was carrying some passengers. They were not exactly welcome to stay.
Commander.
Apocabun with its other Escatos. We've got our Alpha. Let's just dash forward with the Alpha. We're going to take advantage of Panzerbun's vicinity to our target on the Stormcrow, and we're just going to send everything that we got at it and shoot right underneath Panzerbun's very agile legs. Send it. Good hits. Hits the ablative. And I think we got mostly ablative. Yeah, battle armor damage. Then we got Red Legs and Xerxes. Okay, perfect. So our Xerxes
Waiting for orders.
and Serve Cold. I'm going to do Lightfoot with Serve Cold. We're going to dash out. But I want to center our Anti-Missile Elysium suite on top of us. And then we will come right on back. 8 evasion with stealth armor. And then we're just going to lock someone who has a lot of evasion, difficult to hit. Probably that Nova. He's a tough act to follow there. Please don't shoot me in the foot. Don't worry. You're difficult enough for the enemy to hit you in the foot, so hopefully we won't shoot you in the foot. Your foot is very valuable, as all bunnies know. Kicking is a prime strategy when it comes to the bunny elite. So I guess before they disperse, there is a nice little grouping right here. We haven't really tested out the AoE capabilities of the experimental Merv. So let's arm up the other Merv while the other one is on cooldown. And what if we don't even move? We're not going to move. It's an 840 meter maximum range. We're going to land one on the Osteon and see if we can't splash the little guys next door. They've got 3 suits out of the 5. So launch the experimental Merv from Solgen. Apparently there's AoE. You have destroyed the... Wait, how many? Wait, hang on. There's no battle armor anymore. do you remember how? You remember how there was like, what were they, golems or something? The whole unit is gone. Okay, it does have AoE. That's awesome. Wow, excellent. I should use that AoE capability a little more. That's more impressive than just shooting at an isolated enemy with that Merv. That's fantastic. I like it. Battle armor detected. Tactical nuke. Gnomes. Oh yeah, gnomes, not golems. Thank you. The golems are 10 tons and the gnomes are 7.5. Thank you, Amagi. And then we got our Apocalypse Bun, and then we're gonna cycle the turn. So we just gotta choose someone worthy. Let's go in and dial up the Escatos rotary railgun. We have been able to, you know, drop the evasion on the Nova. So if we precise strike it to really improve our chances to connect with him, then we should have a decent chance of eliminating him, because he's getting a little too close. Sometimes you gotta just for kicks it straight to the head, a Red Legs.
Confirmed.
So soften up. Yep, got a good old hit on the noggin there. And he has no ranged weapons left. Phenomenal. High five. 1 light railgun round for each of the extremities. All right, so we've got a reserve mostly from this elemental right here. And because of fast fire, it actually allows Kid Pup to open with this. Loose.
No retreat.
106 heat, 43 heat. Battle armor is destroyed. Let's... Yep, that's what you get. That's what you get when you can't get close enough to the bunnies. So this guy's on the ground and burning. This guy is burning and almost on the ground. This guy is, well, he's suffering. And that guy just took an Escados rotary railgun and there's no range weapons. Okay, this is more in control. I like this scenario. All right, let's get aggressive, bunnies. Let's get aggressive here. Let's try not to have friendly fire and shoot Panzerbun in the foot. We're gonna walk a wider line so we got a nice concave for our bunnies. Come on, Crow. You've got the master here. So we got direct fire, shaped charge. We're just gonna do high explosive because I think he's got passengers. And let's blast this guy. Oh, we missed. I probably should have done indirect. So just clan plasma cannon and a tag for extra AoE out there. Yeah, like no more hiding in that forest. Bears reminds me of the gummy bears.
Commander.
Black. What's the? There's Haribo and then there's like Black Forest cake. I'm getting them all mixed up right now. All right, let's just hang tight. Do our reserve.
Copy that.
On 7, that's the counter reserve here in front of us. Reserve again to 6, and then now the Stormcrow is allowed to move. The question is, where is he going, and what is he trying to do? He's carrying elementals, so he's probably going to try to deliver them. And he can't hit the broadside of a barn. He can't hit the broadside of a barn. He tried to shoot at this tiny target, but it's so sleek and low profile, he just could not get himself to hit it. Just... Forget about the AMS for a second. Now, he is carrying elementals. Very dangerous. He's probably going to try to deploy it. So we're going to rely on our bunnies to try to protect us out here. We got Uffizi, we got Surf Cold, and that's about it. Uffizi's great for, you know, shooting people in the butt. And I suppose since everyone else has gone, now's kind of the time to really just dish out hurt. So we're going to have Uffizi wrap around the backside and dump a salvo right into the rear. And then hope we have a decent effect in order to mitigate incoming damage. 20 out of 20 for AMS. That's right, we got a lot of cross coverage today. Let's shoot at the Stormcrow and hopefully get some ablative hits at the same time. So he's gonna salvo right into the rear, open up the back. And oh, we got the elementals! High five! Always leave it to the bunnies to overachieve and deliver when the time is right.
Aye, aye.
My goodness. All right, Scorebun, can you get to kicking, please? Is there any... Yeah, kick that guy. Don't even care. Yeah, just kick him. 6 evasion. That's decent. Kick this guy. He doesn't have much to live for, so, you know, we should just put him out of his misery. Snap kick. There it is. 11 structure and guns. 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 MRM-40 Apollo. There goes the leg. There goes his life. Beautiful. High five. Barns have learned from the orphans. They employ advanced stealth technology. When is the last time that you ever saw a barn on these maps? Yeah, you never see them. You're absolutely right. Small goal. I'm the Emperor of China. The Emperor of China. My goodness, that is a small goal. All right, well, let's dash it in. Full speed. 10 evasion down the road for Serve Cold in the secret weapon. On the, this is 6 evasion on the Timby, is that right? Ooh, that's a little rough. Let's go in and bring that down to at least 4. Hopefully he's not sensor lock immune. He's not sensor lock immune. So there's 2 left on the field right now. Just these 2 in front of us. So he is trying to hit Panzerbun. Yeah, good luck on that. So, I mean, despite, I mean, outside of all of the obvious malices to his situation... That must be really, really... Look, okay, put yourself in this guy's shoes, okay? Just for a second. He's got the height of technology, and he's surrounded by this. He's standing in the middle of an inferno blaze, trying to shoot at a 150-ton jet with Hag 60 on it, staring right at his face, just painting him with lasers. Like... I would be pretty perturbed as well and could not hit the broadside of a barn. There's a lot of barns going on here. All right, so the Osteon is an opportunity to get up. Let's go in and let him get up. Let it not be said that the bunnies are not merciful. Osteon, we choose you because we need to collect you for our Pokedex. So he's gonna, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's shooting at Uffizi. and fails. Okay, but he took it easy so he won't explode, which is good, probably a good thing for business. He didn't shoot as much.
Commander.
So there it is. All right, let's go ahead and reserve down to 1. And let's get to work. First of all, Panzerbun is going to use his supreme mobility in order to continue to scout and extend our C3I coverage. Yep, there it is. Elementers are kind of like clanner barnacles. Yeah, sometimes you just got to blast them off of the boat and have good maintenance in order to keep things ticking, right? And then Panzerbun is a great opportunity. There's the Timby. I mean, he's already got a breach, and the Osteon, he doesn't have a breach yet. So let's try to breach this guy. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks it straight at ahead. Panzerbun.
Confirmed.
Hag 60. Yeah, he dinged the head a little bit there, but he might have... Yeah, that's proper scouting right there. That's some good scouting. My God, I feel so much safer now that I know what's coming.
Commander?
And after all, as Commandant Adam Steiner says, what did he say? Information is ammunition. That's
Wait, why am I
that
in
is
a
what I
cockpit?
am told.
Is
So
that
stay
fine?
on it. HB's on the follow-up now that Panzer paints the target supremely. And we're going to go in and send a salvo from the Alpha, not hitting
Stop giving
Panzerbun.
that smooth jazz.
Nice. There it is. Very solid. 40 in the middle. And out he goes. Beautiful. High five. Good job, buddies. 150-ton reconnaissance aircraft. Yeah. We, instead of taking pictures from very, very far away where they can't even shoot at you, we take pictures just with a macro lens in your face. And we even let you go first. Like, take your first shot at us, and then we'll go in and decide what to do with you.
What can I do for you?
All right, Boom 2 Mon Bun, the OG 150-ton monster. Pulls it out, improved heavy Gauss. Let's go in, and sometimes you got to adjust for kicks it straight at the head. Last man standing. Hey there, Clanner. Enemy down, beautiful. High five. Good warm-up, bunnies. Good warm-up. I dig. Great battle. 4.5 skull difficulty against Clan Ghost Bear. Sumir did, in fact, drop us in the right place.
I'm guessing that insurance policy looks a lot more attractive now.
All right, excellent. So now we can go to the Clanners and say, you know, you might want to add a clause in your current policy for something called Bunny Force Majeure. Yes, Force Majeure, new clause for bunnies. That's what it is. Yeah, Carabanog Bunny is a whole new thing. It's going to cost you quite a lot, but believe me, it may just save your pocketbook. Add clause. Oh yes, clause. What do you put in your lumpia? Well, apparently, clanner filling, it seems. 26.6k. We actually came out positive for the ammunition. That's very surprising. Only 89,000, very cheap. No bunnies were injured in the warm-up of this mission. Phenomenal result. Yeah, Ghost Bear Claws. Gnomes. All right, what do we got out here? Hey, Rumsey, thank you so much for the hydrate. Much appreciated. High five. And to the bunnies, once again, Prost and happy Friday. Hey, Sebastien. Bonjour indeed. Bonjour. Oh, they gained a lot of experience. Yeah, they did. They did. Why fear anti-aircraft fire when the anti-aircraft fire cannot deal any damage to you at all? All right, so we got Mad Dog Prime. We've got half of a Nova, Stormcrow, Warhawks. Actually, let's just look at the gear. I mean, we don't have many Clan ATMs. We've got 2 of these things. We got Clan our largest, Clan LBX AC-20, Clan LRM-15. Believe it or not, we only have 2 in this career, so I'm going to grab one of those. Clan Active Probe, Clan Engine XLs. We actually have an Exchanger 3. I'm a little short on those, believe it or not. And we've got high... I don't think we're ever going to use it, but I'm going to grab the high explosive ammunition. 3, 2, and 1. What do we got? 1 Stormcrow part, 1 Timby part, Clan ATM 9, Clan LRM 10, Clan LRM 15, Clan Medium Pulse, 3 Clan SRM 2, Exchanger 3, 18 Clan Double Heat Sinks, ATM ammunition, and high explosive, LBX AC-10 cluster, and the rest to clear. Not too shabby at all. High five. Nice to see the bunnies come through cleanly and not get hurt. So we've got 3 hours remaining. Now, normally I would just throw us at the toughest stuff and see what sticks. I think that when it comes to the Clanners, it's starting to feel a little bit like I can't really say we're going to fight against other super heavies. It also feels like they just are sort of, you get one fight for a really long time. And I was kind of thinking, I don't usually do Union dropship type missions. They're dangerous, they're expensive, and they don't really pay off, and they take a long time. But At the same time, if we don't really care about the outcome and we don't care about the reward, that probably wouldn't be a bad thing to play with. So if the bunnies are interested, I don't mind going over to Terra and trying it. Yeah, the bears didn't feel the Kodiak cheap monks. I don't mind going to Terra and seeing if we could drum up a dropship mission and see how we fare against a dropship, yeah? We probably out firepower a Union at this point. Well, I mean, we're not exactly agile, so they may be able to get a bunch of shots off beforehand, and I know they've got thousands and thousands of HP. But you know what? I'm going to leave it up to the bunnies, though, because at the same time, I don't particularly find them... This is kind of a celebration of the bunnies themselves. So let me go ahead and get a poll up, and we'll see what we got. Yeah, I'd like to see it. Haven't done one in my own campaign yet. Well, let's see. What would you like to do? We can either look for extended missions. That's like defense in depth, etc. We can do a dropship mission, or we can fight higher level missions locally, meaning just get more missions and get more opportunities to play in different areas. So I'm going to go and toss that poll up. That's going to appear on the left side of the screen if you'd like to participate. All you got to do is type 1, 2, or 3 in YouTube or Twitch chat, and it will tally automatically on the left side of the screen. Now, 1 is for the extended missions. Those are things like looking for war zones, looking for defense in depth. We found that those are fights against like 70-something mechs with reinforcements across the entire stream. They're like 3-4 hours long. They're actually quite extensive, so we probably, once we find one, that's the mission we do. Or we can try a dropship mission. I believe we can go to Terra. It's probably a place where you're going to find those. I think they come in 2 different classes. We can try the higher one and just, you know, throw ourselves at a dropship. If you've never seen one of those, that's kind of an interesting one, but don't really have many rewards. It's just there for the fun of it. And then you got the high-level missions locally, meaning we go around and we try to find high difficulty missions of varying degrees and put our bunnies against them in, you know, to test the ropes, so to speak. So I'll leave that up for about 30 seconds or so. As you can see, we're currently in the north. We've got a decent amount of cash in order to travel around. And I'm also going to put points into our pilots if they've got slots to get, right? So Amul's at 9 and 8s. We've got Kit Pup. He finally gets a little more guts. Not that he needs the heat efficiency improvement, but it's always welcome to have. We got Crow. Crow's just shy of all 10s. He's almost there. We got Thrake, and that is that. Wow, a lot of our bunnies are really, really jacked. They're super, super jacked. ATMs with high explosives, actually badass. I've got a Stormcrow, 2 ER medium, 2 ATM 9, 4 machine guns, high explosive armor-piercing ammunition. Yeah, high explosive ammo from an ATM at close range is insane. Sometimes like 11, 12 damage, ludicrous. So everyone's safe, no repairs, and we take a look at the vehicle bay. We know nothing to see here, so excellent. So if we take a gander, it looks like looking for extended missions is currently in the lead. If I add in YouTube, we've got 1 vote for 1 and 1 vote for 2, so we have a 1-point spread for looking for an extended mission instead of a dropship mission, and that's totally on it. So thank you so much for weighing in, bunnies. I really appreciate it. We're gonna fly around, look for one of the larger missions. We're talking about defense in depth or for Warzone. So let's take a look. So we got navigation screen. I know they don't have one here right now, but I did notice that we're 1 turn away from the finance period. So let's go ahead and take that tick and see if they've got a refresh, because when I landed here, they didn't have any of the longer ones here. Oh, Comstar loves us, yeah. Hey, Sebastian, thank you so much for the membership. Much appreciated. High five, and welcome more officially to the Bunny League once again, yeah? So let's stop by the command center and see what we got. Did we roll, and what do we have? So we have redirection escort in the lowlands, secure the escorts. We've got escort, defend base, battle, capture base, and defense in depth, jungle, on behalf of the Draconis Combine against Clan Ghost Bear. Okay, well... that was fast. My goodness, it's right there. Redirection. What's redirection? Of escort in the lowlands. We've received intel Clan Ghost Bears reinforcing one of the key fortifications. Oh, hold the ground. Yes, hold the ground until you cannot is our defense in depth right here. So I guess this is the one. Let's dive right in. It's right there in front of us. So now is the time. So let's make it happen. We're going to dive into that. I didn't think we'd find it immediately, and we're coming in at full salvage 6 pick 27, and we're going to take this do we want the exact same crew? Let's just double check the roster first, right? So we got our Apaka Bun. We definitely want all the super heavies for sure. I definitely want to try the experimental Merv some more. If we had to adjust some things, Crossbow does a great job in the Warhawk. Would we like something a little faster? I think this was good. I think it was good. The Advanced Behemoth is pretty tanky. The Long Tom, I like having a plate to at least, you know, maneuver around. I think, honestly, if I wanted to be practical and effective, I would probably use some of the standard mechs instead of the super heavies, but this is kind of the send-off for the super heavy, so this will suffice. Yeah, 86 million credits. Who are you? What have you done? we have had a lot of good luck and sold a lot of stuff, so it was so that we didn't have to think about money on this mission. So I liked what we had. Let's stick with it. I mean, unless the bunnies have any suggestions. I know Panzerbun was the pilot for the Tim B, and I love the Tim B. Would love to have it. If I had to make a swap anywhere, maybe it's for Flynn Taggart in the Score Bun, and Reorx might be able to pilot as a backup. The Lermy Bun will probably run out of ammunition. It dumps out tons and tons of stuff. It does have a ton of bins, and that's a plus. This is more of a pinpoint shot machine, so, and it's a little redundant, so I don't think we need that. The Lacerator, the Cypher, definitely not. So pretty much the only swap out I might make would be the Tim B for the Score Bun. But you know what, the Score Bun did a great job, and it's low profile, fast, and it's able to get in really, really close, and Flynn can kick up a storm indefinitely. So we're going to do these 4 skull defense in depth in the jungle against Clan Ghost Bear. It's now about 3 hours until standard end of stream. We are going to finish this one. So we'll see how this goes. If it's against the Clanners, it's defense in depth. Last time we did defense in depth, it was not against the Clanners. It was against, I believe, against the Word of Blake. So we had something like 6 per drop. So this is only going to be 5 per drop. They're just going to all be Clanners, so it's going to be rough. It's best to go full team with some headshotting capacity too if you see something you like. I'm already sitting in the Flying Monster after all. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The thing I'm most worried about in this engagement is ammunition, because we do go through ammunition with our super heavies very, very quickly. So we may have a situation where at some point super heavies are not doing anything. They're just running around shielding other bunny. Well, when I say run around, I say that loosely, right? I don't mean running. I mean more like lumbering quickly. Lumbering quickly around, trying to draw attention. How about that? Not screen our other bunnies, you know, because they're out of ammo. Because if you think about it, the Escadas railgun, we may only shoot that instead of tuning it up to 3 every time. We may only send 1 light railgun round at a time, or maybe double tap, or maybe just the Kalani or largest, just to be a little conservative, because we are going to have to defend 3 full bases, at least the last time that we did this. And not only that, we're going to have to do it twice over. So there's like the initial assault wave, the secondary wave, and then there's the next one. So there's like 6 waves total, all full stars. Maybe 2 stars each, something like that. So actually, how much is that? That's like, is that only like 30 mechs or something? It's time to witness the battle for eternity and see Masters of the Universe who wants a kick from a super heavy. Well, we actually got to see it from our Apaka Bun earlier. I think the first time we got the Apaka Bun, we managed to kick a Clanner who had the gall to come up and allow us to, you know, do so. So that was pretty epic. Trundle, if you will. Yes, that's a much better descriptor. And since I am so big, I can also use my mass as a weapon by kicking the enemy, because I'm fast enough in flight to catch up with the enemy. Oh, good point. I didn't even think about that. I remember in Rogue Tech, they had I think it was like a Timberwolf Lamb, and that thing, there was one, I think, that was outfitted specifically to kicking people, and you would fly across the battlefield and charge into them into melee with retractable blades and kicks, and it was really nasty. I mean, like, it would reinforce itself so that it could take the hit and, you know, take some damage in return, but the other side took massive volumes of damage just because of the run up into the impact. That was really scary because the enemy would do that to you too, and that sucks. So either way, it should be good. So I keep forgetting that our lamb can turn back into a mech and start hopping around shooting people and stuff like that. So fortunately, you've got 1 Clanier PPC, you got an Angel ECM, you got C3I, so you can still do other things despite the fact that you may not be flying around or anything like that. So we'll have to see how it goes. I'm not worried about Kit Pup, because despite the fact that He does have limited ammunition. He's not shooting every single turn, and typically we're waiting maybe like every 3 turns he'll fire a plate, precisely because we're waiting for fast fire to come online so that we can actually inspire the enemies not to be here anymore. So hopefully this is clean. Defense in depth on behalf of the Draconis Combine against Clan Ghost Bear, and we need to protect, I believe it's 3 bases, I think. 6 pick 27. Why should I bother transforming? I can kick while flying. You can. I forgot that your legs are deployed when you're flying. I guess that is true. That'd be really interesting to see the jumping range. I believe the first time I ever used a LAM in Battletech in the turn-based game, I tried to use jump jets while in LAM mode, and I ended up generating such ludicrous heat I blew up. So, I mean, you can jump like 27 hexes, something ludicrous, but you generate so much heat. But if you fly, so you sprint around in LAM mode, it's very different indeed, yeah. Hey, Rhubarb, good to see ya. High five. You're joining us right now. We are currently loading up a defense in depth against Clan Ghost Bear at 4 Skull in the jungle, and we are bringing our new super heavy toys. It's probably going to be the last mission in general for the campaign, so cross your fingers this one goes smoothly. This is going to be a doozy. I just hope that it actually loads. Always a little nervous once it takes this long, but I would imagine it's just trying to picture the kinds of stuff it's going to throw at us. I have heard rumors that defense in depth at times can potentially send super heavies at you as a lance. I've never heard about a star or something, but that would be really cool if that happened. This has not moved yet, yeah. Probably because it's a big mission with many units. Yeah, and that's the rub, right? You want to give it enough time because you understand that it's a lot to load, but at the same time, you sort of have to have the faith that it's not stuck and it's not crying in the background for you to please reset it. So, to be fair, we did just wait for the finance period to tick and then it spawned in, so I'm curious if that has any sort of weight on how it performs, if it causes any issues, like it's a spawned in mission as opposed to one that you spawn before you land on the planet or orbit the system. So I'm hoping that's not a problem. I guess I will wait. We should probably set a time limit here. So right now I see on the clock, I do see this. So if I take a look at my tertiary, I do see it's 1:16 here. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. So we're going to go to 1:18. And then I'll go ahead and probably restart this and hope this does not happen. But I'm hoping it's going to continue, and I'm hoping it's going to make it. We just got to have a little patience, right? I don't remember if it took this long last time for us to load into defense in depth. At least it's not an urban environment. That would have been really bad. Urban environment would have been like slideshow city nonstop. It doesn't do anything in 3 minutes. It probably is that. Yeah, I'm guessing. So we're at 1:17 right now. 20 hours later. Yes. that's my worry, unfortunately. You're speaking to my fears here as a streamer. And welcome, Marqueas. Happy Friday. And if any bunnies are joining us right now, we're getting into what could be and probably will be the last. Oh, no, it's moving. Bunnies, it's moving. It's still good. Never mind. Okay, reset your expectations. It just span a little bit. It came back to life. It's like Evanescence came over and said, wake me up inside. That's what's happening. Just in case, click once on the screen. Sometimes I'm losing focus. You can do that with a round indicator. All right, so it worked. It worked. Excellent. Okay, hang tight. Wait for the animation to smooth out a little bit. Give it some time. Give it time to breathe. All right, computer, I believe in you. And here we go. Oh my god. What'd be really annoying is if you waited all the time only for them to crash into each other while landing. Oh yes, especially in a grouped up place. Is there a new? I did not see your second hydrate. Thank you all, Rumsey. And Pross, thank you for reminding me. I really appreciate it, yeah? I got here. How long's it been? We're still good. Wait. Do I have dialogue? Look at this. Oh my god, so for the last mission of this career, they gave the Bunnyman dialogue.
We are the Bunny League. We will power through and hold back every last thing that they hurl at us. Roger, we'll stay on task, handle whatever arrives next.
Oh, even Amiel's getting involved. Oh man, this is crazy. What's going on? So we're hired by the Draconis Combine to guard their tropical their tropical getaways, and it seems like the Clan Ghost Bear just ain't having any of it, yeah? Expect sensor visual targeting systems, even armor to be weaker. The pollen is horrible. Allergy seasons have come. Oh god. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what that does, but let's double check. So if we take a look at some of our bunnies, you can see they're covered in, it's a little hazy out here. There's like, oh man, and crossbows inside. Oh, we've got overlaps here. A lot of bunnies on top of each other. I'll have to come back to this one. So we've got allergy season. Reduces sensor and visual range to 70% of their normal. All units, including the enemy, gain +2 defense and take 5% more damage than normal. Additionally, tropical biomes increase a unit's heat sinking capabilities by 10%. Okay. Okay, we have dialogue. It means emotional investment increases and we can die. Yeah, this is it right here. So who's close by and what are we dealing with? We saw a lot on the horizon. So on the crest, 45 ton, 45, 65, 45, 65, 3 battle armor units. So that's an identity of 8 identified total in that position. No idea where the rest of them are going to be. We're very slow. Can I identify already? Because I'm finding in defense in depth, you need to see where the other bases are, because we're so slow that we have to know what direction to be fighting in. So it seems like the other bases, that's not a base. I did see one over to our left side. I think it was over here. There's another base here, so I assume that's going to be the next base that we need to move towards. So let's go ahead and get our bunnies. We're going to start fighting and moving up this hill here, and then we can, it seems like there's a place for us to dive off down into the valley and then defend over this way. So we got to think ahead because we're really slow. Should have taken the Claritin perk. At least you don't die on arrival. That's true. That's true. All right, well, let's reserve down. Force them to make contact with us before anything. We're going down to 5. Going down to 4.
Waiting for the right move.
Our allied turrets are passing. Enemies are advancing after the turrets have passed. So kind of smart move on their part. We're on 2. If I were smart about it, I'd probably move Surf Cold into a place where you can actually see. So maybe I will get Surf Cold, I will advance, and we'll try to at least lock someone up. So let's go ahead and just push up, get Surf Cold to vacate this duplicitous situation that we're in, and hope the computer can take it. There it is, tropical environment, lots of allergies. You know how it goes, and we'll just lock up their lead on 45. Lock up Shadowcat Alpha. Shadowcat Alpha, 2 evasion. Streak SRM 6, double Clanier large. 45 right next door. The good news is if we shoot a Merv at it, that does have AoE. So let's reserve again. Hope more cluster around him, right? So our faster bunnies, I will move in that direction. We're talking about Uffizi. We're talking about our Flynn Taggart in the Scorbun C3. Because I want them to be able to provide targeting data as our super heavies move towards the next base, because it'll take us a few turns, and then we'll just kind of start locking up the additional enemies around so that we got more information. So lock up that 45 next door. Another Shadowcat Beta. So we got Alpha and Beta. We're going to have the whole ABCs represented here. Clan LRM 30, double Clanier medium. Got a 65 grouped up right next door, probably a Loki with ECM or something like that. We'll go ahead and grab, I guess, let's get Flynn Taggart. Flynn's going to be on the move. Get out of that spore cloud, Flynn. Get out the spore cloud. He can actually see from this position. I don't know if I want to see him. So I'm just going to stay close, stay tight. Let's not get actual direct line of sight on him. And hold right there. There it is. Wonderful. So nice grouping. We got a little C3 representative, a little bit of C3I representative. There's an Eben Jag. He's got Sight Clan UAC 20. Pretty nasty stuff. And double clan heavy medium laser, heavy large laser, and a medium pulse. So they're still grouping. That's excellent. I'm going to get the Apocabun. We don't have any shots here. Let's just start diving off to the left side. I don't know if you really call it dive so much as trundle, as the bunnies have pointed out. Imagine 45-tonner clans cresting the hill and seeing lance of super heavies. This is more than a lance of super heavies, but I can only imagine. All right, 45-tonner. So what I will do, though... Actually, I don't know if I want to overload. I don't know if I want to overload the AMS, because we're going to burn through our ammo so quickly. Let's just... We have a little bit of durability. We can probably take some of it, right? There's 3 of them that have not gone yet. I'm assuming it's the 3 battle armor that have to pass. So let's just let them do their thing. Warhawk, we can advance. We're a little bit faster here. Although I'm actually looking, it seems like we're stuck because we're overlapped. So that's not good. What about Soljan? Soljan's in the Xerxes. He's stuck as well, but he can at least engage. So maybe what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do a careful maneuver for Soljan. He can move 1 tile. We're going to move 1 tile, I suppose, so we're not over other bunnies. We'll sidestep away from this stack of bunnies right here that are stuck. And then we'll only shoot 1 experimental Merv. And we're going to choose, since it has an AoE, I don't know, like, I guess this one in the middle? 30% chance, 33%, 37%, 30%. I mean, I guess it has an AoE component, so hopefully that's still going to do some damage. We'll just send 1. Yeah, it's got actually... Okay, so even though it didn't do the direct damage, the AoE was significant. Oh my god. 18 here. You saw splashes of 20 and 18 around the board. That was not a bad first inaccurate salvo. It even left a little bit of pollen in their faces. Star Colonel passed me my brown pants.
Oh, man.
Okay, that was not bad. Not bad. We're not going to step towards them with the alpha. We're going to pull away with our alpha. Hopefully we're in line to lock somebody, remove some more evasion. Shadowcat Beta should probably do that first. So let me try to think about that. So the Shadowcat Beta obviously has some kind of suite on board. He is sensor lock immune, it seems. We got to choose a different target. Boom to Mon Bun. Panzer Bun is still flyable. I want Panzer to fly last after this next guy goes. Templar Latham has the Hag 40. He's going to start to pull away. He can lock up. That's the Beta. That's sensor lock immune. That's Alpha. We can... He's not sensor lock immune, and he is currently at 0 evasion, and he's the one that we targeted originally with that experimental Merv. So we'd have had a better effect before. Now that all of the known entities have committed, I'm going to go ahead and transform Panzer Bun, and he's going to enter the mode of 9,000. Avionics deployed. All right, so he's going to start flying and getting us some I guess, visuals. All right, Panzer, go ahead and scout for us. That's all obstructed. That's fine. All right, here he goes. Find us some enemies to shoot, Panzer. Go find us the enemy. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right, he's got visual. 17%, 17. I mean, it's only the first turn, so maybe we'll just hang on to the ammunition because he's going to burn through it really quickly. And we're just going to, I don't know, shoot at the alpha and 15% chance to hit. He hits it anyway. 15%. 50. Send the scout artillery. Yeah, we need Kit Pup ready to go. He hit a 15%. That is ludicrous. All right, let's get our fast super heavy to follow the rest. We're just going to start moving up the hill. So when they come over crest, they'll be able to shoot from an elevated-ish position is the idea. There it is. Nice. Got Deskull in the Boom to Mon Bun. Looks like we're stuck as well, so this is a time for us to careful maneuver. We're not fast anyway, so just pull off a tile and turn around and hang tight right there. We got Crows in our command knight. We're switching to indirect mode. We're going to tune up to... Actually, no, don't tune up overload. We're just going to send a friendly cannon blast their way. So we'll just move in a little closer. Actually, I'll move into the water like this on indirect. And since they're all around and there's probably the best chance here, we're going to come in with... I'm going to do high explosive because there's a little splash.
Firing on target.
Nice. Man, that's they have not even been able to shoot at us yet, and they're already not in a good spot. This is a nice start for the bunnies. Let's go in a careful maneuver. Our Warhawk is stuck. Get crossbow to back off a little bit and hang tight. And then it's our vehicles. All right, Amiel on the next turn he can side slip. So let's just... Is he stuck? He's not completely stuck, so let's just pull back. Stick on indirect for now. I think it's only LRMs at the moment. Yeah, just hang on to your ammo for a second. And then we got Kit Pup. And Kit Pup could place the plate, but I'm going to wait for that fast fire plate. If they pop over the edge, they're going to see him. But I don't think I can hide him. Actually, I could at least mitigate some of the incoming damage. We'll get into the tropical trees right here. And at least we maybe... Nope, can't lock anybody. And the turn. There it is. All right, so that's the first turn. It's just sort of us maneuvering and jockeying for position. So obviously they still have their full 8. The 3 that are currently on initiative phase 8 are their battle armor, and the ones that can go are Crow and our secret weapon. Let's start with Crow, because Crow seems to be doing a pretty good job. He'll sidestep into the trees. He's got the C3 Master on board. He's got the high explosive. He can probably land another one and maybe slam it into the Shadow Cat, get more splash, lob it. Nice splash, and he's actually destroyed one of he's destroyed one of the battle armor already. That is crazy. So the Ebon Jag no longer has any passengers. That is beautiful. Absolutely phenomenal result. I do want to make sure that if I'm moving Serve Cold, he's got 9 evasion right now. He's actually providing good information. I could Bloodhound probe ping, but I'm going to wait for them to move up, and he's actually providing an anti-missile ECM coverage for Panzerbun, and Panzerbun's initiative is not great. It's at 1. He's very large, so let's just pass and reserve, and we'll let them try to advance. So we're going to go down to 6.
Acknowledged.
They only have 7 now. Previously they had 8. The Shadow Cat that's been the center of our attention has decided to remove himself from the crest. You could say the battle armor functioned as an ablative armor for the Ebon Jag. Yes, exactly. You did a great job. Good for them. Okay, this guy's decided to leave. They actually turned around and left. And now they're shooting at Panzerbun, who not only has Clan AMS, defensive mods, Angel ECM, overlapping anti-missile ECM suite. I think they've got at least +8 difficulty in hitting him with any missiles. He also has his own internal defenses and piloting 10. Good luck. They don't want to have to do anything with any of this. Yeah, okay, in that case, let them just reserve. I don't blame them. Reserve again. Okay, Ebon Jag, where are you going? He's decided to... He shot the Hag at Panzerbun and dealt a total of... It looks like 37 damage spread out. Okay, yeah. Panzerbun still has almost 2,800 armor. This is good.
Standing by.
Okay, don't push it. Reserve. Allied turrets are locking the Ebon Jag. Ebon Jag's down to 1 evasion on the crest. They got another Ebon Jag. Oh, I didn't realize that they had 2. I thought it was a Loki, but they got another UAC 20 out there. Not great. Did they hit Panzer? Panzer's untouched. Panzer's completely untouched. Yeah, they need to stop scratching my paint. And then he just got locked, but he's sensor lock immune, it seems. All right. They tried to... Oh, no, he's not sensor lock immune. He's down to 2 evasion now, the closest Ebon Jag. And now he's locked and he's got 0 evasion. Thank you, allied turrets. And I think all that remains are the battle armor on them to counter reserve. So let's bring it all the way down to 1. And excellent. So let's take a look at the damage they've done. Panzerbun lost 37 armor total. No damage. No damage. No damage. Ah, so they did hit Crow. So apparently the Clan UAC 20 must have slipped by, had a stray shot, and one of the blasts landed on the torso. So Crow actually took a significant impact. It took 90 damage on his torso. He's got 70 armor left on there, so we got to be a little more cautious with Crow. So very nice. Yeah, I'm immune to sensor lock. Yes, you are. You got that Flying Angel ECM amongst other things, as well as your pilot skills. Yeah, it was a big hit that he took, for sure. All right, well, what's the most efficient thing that we can do? Our alpha is all energy, and our chance to hit is pretty decent. I probably want to clear the bunnies in front of us before I do anything else, so I might start with Panzer. We might come it around the outside instead. He does have Lightfoot, so kind of interesting to see if that applies to flying. I would imagine that it does. Can I Lightfoot shift click? I don't think so. I think it's different for the Lamb, so maybe we can't do a sprinting maneuver. Maybe we have to just choose a position and go from there. But wherever we choose, we have to be really careful because, I mean, he's obviously visible to whoever's there. So I guess what I can do is pull out this way and then maybe give him a little bit of a rest. Let's actually relocate with Panzer. He's going to maintain sight on this Ebon Jag. He's gonna get line of sight blocks and take a rest from the horrible recoil penalties, and then maybe just slam out a Clanny or PPC at 43%. That's totally fine. I mean, he's moving all out there. Yeah, just shoot away, HB. No. We have to have an extended engagement here, so we got to be a little careful. With Uffizi, let's just walk it. We'll light foot with Uffizi. So come out this way, come right back, 5 evasion, and more importantly, clear the way for the Alpha. And then we're gonna go ahead and just send a salvo. I'm gonna save on the streaks, just Clanny or medium. Send it, yeah. I need to drink some aiming juice. It doesn't cost any ammo. Yeah, exactly. No ammo. But you're flying up a storm, so it makes sense if you've got to compensate for other things, yeah. Let's get after that. I think HB. Yeah, HB's got the Alpha.
Oh, man.
Keep moving to the next target, and I don't see bunnies really in the way here, so our chances of hitting the bunnies are, I would imagine, a little lower.
I'm on my way.
And let's start bombarding this guy. So 69% engaged.
Give him that smooth.
Alpha super heavy. Nice. Okay, good impacts everywhere. We got 1 breach on the arm. Fantastic. Yeah, I believe a clan PPC generates recoil. Oh, that's true. It does. It does. You're in fact right. No friendly fire must be logged into the wrong channel. It's mostly because I'm trying to avoid, you know, problems of sustainability here. So we're just trying to be a little conservative to start. I know. What is conservation? It's making sure that we have enough ammo to stay the distance. I realize 5 Clanny are largest with Battle Lords, probably not a good idea, so I'm just going to send the standard 5 spread. Looks like we hit a breach somewhere. Oh, there he goes. Clan heavy large laser off the field. So he still has the Clan U at 20, but it's now easier to hit it. Got the Apocabun. He's got some Clan ER largest as well. Let's go ahead and turn off the rotary railguns. And we're just going to send a 56%. I am going to Battle Lord it with Clan ER largest and send a double tap right here. Nice. Got a hit on the opposite arm. And we've got a new breach, 20 structure left. Templar Latham has the Hag 80. Clan ER mediums, Flint Taggart can kick and probably can move pretty early. So I'm going to go ahead and... Nope, that counts as a charge there. Sustainability, conservation. What? Exactly. Now, for the Xerxes, though, I think it's okay for us to toss out another one. I guess we could shoot it at the Ebb and Jag, maybe. That's a 63% chance. That seems fine. It is carrying some passengers. So we're going to pass through the spore cloud, get in the water, and lob something at the Ebb and Jag. So experimental Merv, salvo number 2. We are running out of ammo pretty quickly. And we'll soften him up.
It's on now.
He's unsteady. Excellent. And I'm assuming his passengers on board. Oh, I thought he had passengers on board, but he's unsteady. I guess I'll take it. I'll take it. Boom to Mon Bun. Let's keep backing it up.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Battle Lord. Screw it. Stack this guy.
All weapons are go.
Nice. Okay, much. I was getting a little impatient. Wonderful. High five. I feel so much better now. Okay, that guy was staring at us for far too long. My goodness. Templar Latham, just keep moving up the hill. We're just trying to get a little distance. Can you lock anybody from here? Lock up the Ebb and Jag. He's already unsteady. We can't lock anyone else. Lock him anywhere. Ultimate power.
Awaiting orders.
All right, Scorbun, Warhawk, Crossbow. Crossbow's got a line. Perfect. Let's go ahead and advance. He wasn't really able to move before. He had to do careful maneuvering, so it's the first time he's going to be able to actually send a direct salvo. And 43% chance to hit, but at least he's got a chance to impact. Now, Crossbow has been one to understate his accuracy. And it seems he hit multiple times in center mass, 3 out of 4, and the guy's on the ground. Fantastic. He's very panicked. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, give in to the bunny darkness. Yes, so much bunny darkness. Secret web on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dash out on the Lightfoot.
Got it.
And move forward with a secret web on, and we're just going to try to tickle the middle until he goes away.
Engaging.
Rotary ER mediums. Down to 7. Down to 1.
Critical hit, Commander.
The Bunny League curse for sure. The guy sits with a piece of floss in the middle right there. Apparently no crits to any of the components in the middle, and he's got one structure. That's crazy. All right, can someone just breathe on that guy? Flynn Taggart, a long Tom. Yeah, there's always a long Tom. That's wonderful. Can actually, legit, can anyone get any sight? Flynn Taggart, Flynn, I need some sight on somebody. I'd really, really appreciate it if you could. Here, let's go. We'll come out wide like this. He didn't punch out either. Yeah, no kidding. CT held with sheer spite. Gotta sleep. All right, here comes Flynn. Little bombastic. Gonna defensive formation in place to reduce 20% damage on any of us. Obviously, I could hit that, but I think I'm going to shoot. That's 13, 20, 30. Ah, screw it. Shoot MRM-40 Apollo. Send it. There it is. Okay, high five. Good job. When you really have to get rid of that last one piece of floss in the middle, send MRM-40 Apollo. Was it worth it? I don't know. Is it sustainable? Not really. Was it fun? Yeah, it was. Glad we got rid of that guy. Good news is now we actually have targets for Kit Pup, and Kit can stay in place. Fast fire. We'll switch over to Inferno plates, and then we're going to go ahead and target the guy in the middle and put this right there. There it is. So it does not encapsulate the Scorbun's position, and then we will side slip and try to relocate with Amiel. So sprint up the hill right there and just hang tight. All right, so there's the next turn. We should get another drop, I think. I think they're already going to start to come on in, so we got to stay on top of this if we're able. There's 3 enemies left. One of them is down to like half of their durability, though, so hopefully they'll drop right on top of where they are already.
Bunnies, we have additional hostiles detected.
Oh, that's not a good sound. That's a lot. How many dropped on the left? Was it 1 star, or is that more than a star? I mean, it may still be calculating right now. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. 14 contacts. Some of them are in the plate already. Nice. Okay, so we have moved very close. It looks like they've got multiple Novas. The Nova Prime with all of the Clanier mediums. They've got the Nova Beta with the Clanioac 5 large pulse, etc. They've got the Adder Alpha with the LRM 40. Another 40-tonner, a 50-tonner. So a new star out this way. We've got our original representatives out this way, and then Kit Pup does in fact have fast fire, so we can loose with this.
Confirmed.
There she goes. Oh.
Let's go. Losing armor.
Let's survey the damage. I think we got something. Did he? Okay, he's got 63 structure and no. Okay, that's good. That Shadowcat, yeah, let's not worry about him right now. This guy's not as hot. That's fine. Did we catch any of these guys at all? No idea. They're kind of on the outskirts, and honestly, they'll probably be shielded with this bowl right here. But you know, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, been a hefty week. I'm hopping on my bunk. Have a great rest of the stream. Debs, once again, you need anything, please let me know. Hope you have a good rest and hang tight, and we'll catch you on the next one. High five. Thanks so much for swinging on by. All right, so that was a good first effect. That's fantastic. Our Command Knight, we need to continue to hide it if we are able. Do we have anyone who can... It's Serve Cold and Command Knight. If I go down to 7, that's none of these guys. It's these guys right here. We could try to get shots. I guess let's get our Command Knight, and we're just going to try to stay indirect. Our left torso is the busted one. I'm going to try to cant our right side to the new incoming people. And we're going to precise strike, and I'm going to put... a nice... I have one more high explosive. I have 6 shape charges, 1 Inferno. I'm going to put an Inferno on the Shadowcat and see if it encourages him to go somewhere else. Inferno the rear. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's maybe let them go and we'll see what they do. So reserve. So now they get the chance to react. So here's the Shadowcat that was on the side. This is not the one we hit. He just got splash. He's been able to cool off under threshold. Good for him. We'll go down to 6. And this Shadowcat Alpha is the one we just hit with an Inferno cannon round. Shadowcat Mike. Oh, that's a different one. I didn't see that guy before. So he's fresh. And he's shooting at Flynn Taggart. Looks like he was able to connect it. I think with like a Clanier medium, we're down to 1182 at a 1225. So not too bad. A little over 40. New Shadowcat. And we're now on 6. Okay, so the Shadowcat Alpha can respawn. He has chosen not to yet. I'm going to get the Scorbun C3. We're going to back off the line and pull some distance. So let's get him out of there. Hang tight. Hold. Okay, so this is the target that we hit before. The one that all the burning. He's moving closer. There he is. And he's still over threshold. Did not fire, still over threshold, +9 heat from standing in fire. Yes. He's literally on fire. Okay, wonderful. We'll reserve again. They don't have any clean targets at the moment. And try to get as many of them to commit as possible. Now, our allied turrets are capable of locking, we found out. If we can give them some targets, that'd be awesome. Nova Alpha has advanced. Which one was that one? I just want to make sure they don't have them in places. Oh, did not see these guys. Okay, so I did not realize. I was like, why am I not seeing movement? There's guys where our super heavies are. We've got a ton of Novas. Okay, that's scary. So we actually have a lot of Novas here. We've got a Nova Alpha, double clan ERPPC, double clan AMS, medium pulse. We've got a Nova Sierra, all the medium pulses. We've got a Shadowcat Charlie, ATM 12, triple clan ER medium, a Narc launcher, and we've got a 75 tonner and a 70. So we actually have the heavies out here as well. Maybe like a Timby, maybe a Thor summoner or something. And it's these guys that are spotting right now. That's kind of scary. So, all right, at least there are targets for the turrets. I'm just going to let them do their thing. I think on the first turn they're not going to attack, so we got to be aware of it. Locking for our allied turrets. This is the Sidewinder on our left side, so the 75 tonner at the border. Clan ATM 27, double clan medium pulse, clan large pulse, and a clan small pulse. Reserve again to 3. This is where the initiative order is really kind of scary, and they do in fact have a, I think it's a summoner, is that right? Yeah, they do have a summoner delta. Summoner delta, that's a nice grouping right there. Double clan AMS, double clan machine gun, double clan ER large, double clan ER medium. So they've got 4 AMS systems right on top of each other right there. So experimental Merv would be awesome for that, actually.
Good to go.
Let's go down to 2. No point in waiting. I mean, in rushing this. And that means that this group, who's initiative 1, will start to move now. So we need to see where their final positions are, and then we'll plan accordingly. I don't like the fact that we're getting in a pincer, so maybe we should attack this group with impunity, and then these guys will be over crest before we know it. Let's see. So we need to choose.
Commander.
Serve Cold can start by doing an AoE ping. He could dash back and provide coverage. Uffizi would be extending... Wait, these guns off the field, definitely very possible. I guess if I stay low in the bowl, like this, 6 evasion, that's 43%, but we can precise strike and drop a target. This Shadowcat Alpha has 1 clan ER large. He's completely open. This guy is untouched. This guy's obstructed, but we can probably land a good shot. I'm going to go ahead and push up with Uffizi. I'm going to arm up all streaks because we need guns off the field, and sustainment is not even a thought right now. So, obstructed shot on the Shadowcat over here. It's his left side, not the right side. That's his strong side, 76. He does have LRMs, not as worried about the LRMs. The clan ER large, that guy can be executed right now. And then we've got the new double clan large pulse, double clan ER medium. Let's hit that guy and just stack the mic. Stack the mic, stack the mic. Nice, pop off 1 arm already. Soften up the left torso, down to 26 out of 90. That's great news. And we're just going to keep getting deployments and movements from the star on the right side while we're doing it, but they're not going to attack because they just landed. Soljan does have his big ol' shot. I do have to think about facing, though. If it's a 0.2% chance to hit with a Merv on the new guys, unfortunately. So I'm really only going to get a good, decent chance to hit on the guys have already been deployed to get direct strikes, and it seems like a waste of our Merv to do that. So I guess attacking the guys behind us doesn't make too much sense. So let's deal with some of the faster guys. So we got a crossbow in the Warhawk. Can we get any shots? We can shoot behind us, but they've all got spawn protection right now, including the guys advancing on the right. Spawn protection there, so we are not going to get good hits here. I could be up here, but he's going to be exposed. All these guys are going to get to move before him, and he's going to get blasted. So we may need to just prepare for incoming shots, unfortunately, because we don't have the initiative to take advantage. Surf Colt can provide coverage.
Receiving you.
Manuel has the advanced behemoth, but he's not going to be able to hit those. So really all we can do is hope that we can maybe land some LRM 10 Artemis 4 on the guys behind. On crest. Man, spawn protection's really doing a number on us. I'm going to try to stay indirect with Manuel.
Throttle up.
He's going to precise strike, and we're going to try to land some right on top of the Shadowcat 42% LRM 10 Artemis 4. Indirect, unfortunately, but we're just trying to tickle the middle if we can. And that did not happen, so he did not fall out. Yeah, do we lose if they ignore us, destroy the central building? Yeah, if they go after the objective and take out, what is it, 1 remaining for 3 rounds, 1 must survive, they take out enough of the buildings, then we're in trouble. Although I don't know how many, 1 remaining for 3 rounds. Wow, we've got 1 building. Holy moly. Wow, this facility has 20,000 hit points. That's crazy, but yes, if they take this out, we lose the match. So, I mean, that's something to keep in mind.
Why am I in a cockpit? Is this
Well, I
smart?
guess Panzer can still dash around. It's not like he's defenseless. So let's get in there and start hagging these guys up. So Panzer's back on his way. He's coming around, 8 evasion. He's flying low, staying just amongst the triple canopy. He's going to precise strike, and let's go ahead and send in the hags right into the torso, not the head. Engage.
Firing on target.
Stack and breach. Beautiful. High 5. Enemy down. Fantastic job, Panzer. Fantastic job. We've got limited ammunition, so that is really a calculated choice there, but you know, sometimes you just got to thin out the herd, and we're gonna have to do it quite a lot, it seems. So Adder's inbound, and there a secondary location pops up, defense in depth. Yeah, it does it twice over. So we start with this, and then we're gonna have to defend, I assume, this, and then there should be a 3rd base. Maybe I just don't know where it is yet. So it's either, last time we had to defend 3 different bases, and they had 2 waves each, so it's 6 waves total, and this, we're just in wave 2 out of the 6, it seems.
Oh man,
Alpha,
you got me.
Kit Pup already went, Manuel already went, and as far as our fast movers go, we've got Crossbow with the Warhawk. He's got shots behind, but he's just preparing for the inevitable. They're coming for us, so if I square off the rear and dive down, maybe that's ideal. Let's square off to the right side. We're going to dive down. No shots. Hang tight there. They get their last movement on the star on the right side. They've gone to crest, and they're all in spawn protection, so we have a 0.2% chance to impact until the next turn, when they'll have initiative advantages, and all of them will get to shoot for the most part before us. The Xerxes probably should deal more with the guys on the right, so I'm gonna, I guess, move. We're gonna face all the Novas on crest, and instead of locking, I'm actually gonna hard brace, because they're probably gonna take a lot of shots, which really scares me. Then basically leave Surf Cold, who can do something right now. I guess he can dive off and give additional protection. We're gonna get kind of aggressive over on the left side here.
Understood.
We could Bloodhound probe ping, which actually would be really nice. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Bloodhound probe ping on the east side. So ping out. That's 3 targets, 4 targets, 5 targets, and 6 targets. And we're able to remove some of those pips to help the bunnies in their engagement. So we got our Apoca Bun, the Alpha Bun.
You got me.
If we push here, everyone's going to shoot at us. If I dive down, then at least they're going to have to come up the crest, and we can focus on one side. I can't hit that yet because it's 0.2%, and it's probably the best chance that we'll have. I'm going to walk it in, and we're going to hard brace in position. We got Templar Latham. Man, the spawn protection is killing me right now. We do have our Hag 80, so maybe the Hag 80 is going to be able to overcome some of the spawn protection, but I don't want to waste the ammo again. So let's just sprint on forward, full dash, and we'll just continue to lock down some potential targets. There's the Adder. Let's get the Nova Prime. It's got a lot of direct fire. He's down to 2 evasion. We got Rhubarb Carl into Yazata. We got our Death Skull and the Boom 2 Mon Bun. He fired on the last turn. Let's go ahead and, with the improved Heavy Gauss, maybe we can... I'm going to be facing the wrong way. Rough terrain. Here, let's give him the side. Hard brace. Then it comes down to the Apoca Bun. I suppose if we had to get blasted, I'm going to go ahead and square off with the incoming lance. This is scary. Square off with the incoming lance, knowing we're going to go after all of them in hard brace. We're kind of giving the butt to the Novas, but I'm hoping that our engagement with the Novas is going to draw enough attention away from our Apocabun's butt, and we're going to face 4,000 armor towards this star and hope that they're not going to pinpoint the exact location and shoot lasers through the exact same hole. We'll dash in with the Yazata, but try to stay away from the right side because it seems like we'll be giving our rear to a Sidewinder and more. And we'll, if I'm here, they can see our rear. So I guess we'll just walk in, square off our sides, and hard brace. Man, this is a difficult position. All right, hang tight. Incoming, incoming. So on 8 is the Adder first, I believe. Yeah, Adder A with the Clan LRM 40. Double Clan Small Pulse Clan Flamer. They're shooting at the rear, so they're actually going straight for the Apocabun's butt. And our AMS is saving it right now. I do not want to see what happens when they start using direct fire, because they may just kill us right here. Who gets to go? Command Knight and Secret Weapon. Man, we got to draw their attention. How are we going to do that? The spawn protection's gone. So if we get, super ridiculously ballsy and just get into the rear arc and start causing havoc, maybe we can draw their attention. That doesn't seem smart. What about Crow? Their spawn protection's gone, so Crow could at least start splashing them. There's the Nova Prime, 74%. I mean, if we can land an Inferno round on the Nova Prime, that would be fantastic. So let's dive back. We're in the water. We've got our Inferno turned on. And we're going to go indirect on the Nova Prime, 99%, and push him back to the next initiative phase.
Feel the love.
There we go. Give him a little heat. Hopefully it's going to reduce the chance that he shoots all of the Clanier mediums. Then again, he'll probably just shoot and shut down. Let's go down to 7.
Reserving action.
I assume they've got battle armor on the field somewhere. This is on the original crest, so this is one of the original Shadow Cats. You can see the damage that it had. He's shooting at the rear of the Apocabun, and our AMS is protecting us. We still have 200-ish armor on the back side, yeah? Oh boy. All right, reserve again, going to 6. We don't have a lot of, like I said, this is where super heavies are kind of rough. Our initiative is really, really bad. All right, they're shooting right at the front of the Apocabun. We are braced for it. We've been narked up, so that's going to give more accuracy to all incoming shots against us. But at least we didn't take numerically a ton of damage yet. And we are braced, and we have the damage reduction from our 20% flat reduction earlier. A lot of clan heavy smalls. And the flamer to Yufizi. How's Yufizi doing? I think he might have been evasive enough. Yeah, I don't think that did any heat to Yufizi. That's pretty amazing. The bunnies are staying on top of things. That's awesome. All right, so Flynn Taggart. Flynn can probably charge and kick. He can get into the rear. He can hit the adder. That's great. If I stay here, then at least it's a slightly entrenched position and I'm kind of close to the secret weapon. So let's move here.
Here we go.
So we're just going to offer a new threat to them so that they've got to think about who they're going to engage. Right now, the one that's currently on initiative phase 5, I believe, is the Nova Prime that we push back with precise strike. So we can do the same thing to somebody else. We've got a Shadow Cat on the side. That's 50%. Precise strike's going to make that better. So let's now take a look. So we got 84 on the Shadow Cat. That's straight to the front. We've got the Phantom that already committed. We've got the Shadow Cat that is almost dead. That's definitely a gun off the field. He's going now. Nova Prime is going next. 40 MRM Apollo. I mean, with that hit percentage, we might be able to tear into the torso. That would be awesome. Cut that down. 63% of the Nova. Push him back to 5 as well, but I'm not as worried about it. And then the Nova S, all the pulses, it has range, but not extreme range to hit us in the rear. And then the adder next door. I feel like, hey, Sumgurk, gotta go. Get ready for the game tonight. Have a good weekend. Jonathan, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great game, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. High five. All right, so out of everybody, I mean, obviously, if I could work the left or right, that'd be awesome, but these guys are already committed, and I feel like I need to tend to those who have not gone yet. I think I'm going to go again for the Nova Prime, push him actually back to 4. It's slightly obstructed, but maybe we can get a good effect. So we're hitting on that right torso. He's down to 71, 68. We're getting AMS coverage. Just trying to soften it up. And he's pushed back to 4 at least, so maybe we can get more shots on him if we are so lucky. The Shadowcat Alphas with the Gladiator large here. Duke's son has been slain. He's besieging a fortress when the defenders managed to score a lucky hit, striking him in the head. Oh, he tried to shoot at Panzer. Oh, yeah, good luck on that, yeah. The only munition at hand, a decapitated head of a peasant, is the first recorded use of a surf face-to-air missile. That's good. Thank you, Sindrin. High five. Surface-to-air's face missile, yes. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Well played, well played. Well, Uffizi's already been attacked quite a lot. There's the Phantom, there's the Shadowcat. All these guys have already committed. So let's just stay on top of it and draw more attention. So we're coming around the outside, and I'll probably have to move with Surf Cold as well. All right, here we go. Uffizi's getting really dangerously close to all the action. We're moving right by the guys who have committed for the turn, and we're going to precise strike. Now, this guy's been untouched. The shots we can send are pretty horrific, or we can almost guarantee we're going to pop off a side and reduce that damage significantly. And then we've got the Nova S with the medium pulses, and he's probably going to be able to get by our evasive capabilities if we're not so lucky. So, in a weird sort of way, No. Bunny, say damage off the field. Send it to the Nova Prime. Okay, so we weren't able to remove the guns, but we've attacked him for a third time. He's got 1 armor remaining on that torso. Incoming from the super heavy side. Nova, Sierra, all the medium pulses. Oh boy, Amiel, watch it, Amiel. Amiel's on initiative phase 2, so it's going to be a while until we have control. Oh boy, this is scary. This is really scary, actually. And then I'm basically at our secret weapon, and then we have to let them go. Okay, well, I mean, let's at least provide some additional coverage. That's 8, that's 9. We're super danger close, but let's... I can't get on the Prime. That's 7. Let's do Lightfoot. Coming around that 7, or I could come out here on... Here, Sprint on 6. 7 right here, and we provide coverage for the bunnies. Square off with secret weapon. We had some heat to deal with before, and we're again going to try to land the shots on the Nova Prime just to finish the job. Stack the right side, please. Not enough. He still has all his firepower. All right, bunnies, incoming. They're coming for us. The gates are open. We just need to survive, not really take much damage, hopefully not lose any of our vehicles or anything, and then we can retaliate. But until then, they're coming for us. Shot right to the front of the Apocabun. Nice. Double clanning our PPC. 1 hit on that Nova Alpha. On the front of the Apocabun, we braced for it, so that's a plus. Sensor impairment that we have to worry about. Who's up next? On 6. Shots towards Panzerbund. Nice. In a weird sort of way, he's like an evasion tanky tank, you know? He's got the health pool, the effective health pool to take some hits, but he's also very evasive. So that was very nice to see. Are those turrets shooting? Ah, so our turrets are shooting as well. Excellent. Hopefully they'll draw some of the enemy's ire. We gotta stay on top of this. We need a lot of guns off the field on this turn when we survive. And they're shooting at the turrets. Excellent. Not the main objective, just the turrets. Turrets are returning fire. This is Nova on crest, Nova Sierra on crest in the original direction, not the opposite pincer side. Summoner inbound on 70 tons. Double clannier large, double clannier medium. And shot 2 turret, and that's turret down, I believe. Yes. High five. So 1 out of 4 turrets down. Great. Glad that we got mimic beacons out there. Shots to return fire on the summoner. He's now soft in the middle, down to double digits in the middle, and we made it to phase 3. Let's go down to 2. Let the last guy go. That would be... Who's on 2, actually? What hostile's on 2? Oh, the Nova Prime. Okay, so the guy we've been shooting at the whole time is still able to shoot all the lasers. Did he just... He shot his own guy in the butt. And then shut down. Oh, wow. That's embarrassing. So, I mean, obviously, I think he hit score button. No, I didn't hit score button. He just shot his own guy in the butt. And then shut down on the crest in full view of the Bunny League. Nice. High five. Okay, I couldn't have asked for a better result. Reserve down to 1. And now it's our turn, my guys. Now it's the Bunny League's turn. We are back in action and ready to go. So we need someone to, you know, suss out this whole situation. Let's start with the lighter stuff. So crossbow, he's in our Warhawk. We just need a good line here. Obviously, we're being shot at from multiple directions. We'd be shooting at this Nova. We can take care of that guy later. We're going to deal with what's on one side first. So let's go in and square off ya. Nova, the mecha choice for clanners who don't want to join Salama formations because they just won't live long enough. They know it's a final swan song, making sure that it's fun. Yes, super fun. Adder's been blasted in the butt. Here's the Nova Prime we've been trying to attack this whole time. So crossbow, sometimes you got to adjust for kicks it straight at the head. Engage. Come on, crossbow. There it is. High five. And crossbow lethal damage. There it is. All right, let's start the gravy train rolling. So sustainable, so manageable. My goodness. All right, we're gonna go in and get that Xerxes. We're gonna try to turn this around. We're gonna sprint and rotate. Sprint and rotate. There it is.
No shooting.
And we're gonna arm up the same experimental Merv. And let's try to land it on one of these guys. 99%, 99%. I guess we could try to land it on the summoner because he's already hurt. And then we'll just count on the splash to try to ripple out to his friends. So here we go. One salvo, one experimental Merv. Down to 48. Oh, big ol' hole! So he had armor. He had like 89 armor, and he was left with 25 structure. That is pretty significant effect there on that summoner. And apparently there was even a little bit of shaven of armor on his pals right next door. Phenomenal. That's awesome. That's really, really great news. Now, we haven't really fired the Escados yet. So let's go ahead and back it on up, get in a little bit of cover. We're going to go to arm up one of the Escados rotary railguns. How many shots do we need? I guess we can definitely unsettle the Sidewinder. Let's use Vigilance to mitigate some damage incoming, and we're just going to send off a double tap, not even a triple tap, and just ping that Sidewinder. There it is. Nice. Got some good breaches. Great for more splash and engagement. He's very unsteady now. No more evasion. Fantastic.
Wait,
HB into Alpha. Let's switch back on over. We've got Amiel. Amiel needs to... I guess the only direct shot Amiel can get is if he comes out this way, but as much as I want him to get direct shots, I don't know if I do. So I suppose he can also shoot here, which is on that adder. Not great. If I move here, he's got a much better chance. Let's push that Nova. Let's get Amiel in the trees, full speed, full sprint, into cover. Precise strike, and just stack this guy with everything that Amiel has.
Firing a full salvo.
Nice hit to center mass. One armor, breach. Nice! High five! And Amiel, multiple crits right through the center and cores that guy right out. 4 salvageable parts, completely gentle, and now their outer part of their former concave has been obliterated in one beautiful sweep. Kit is going to wait for his plates to place, and it's just to the super heavies before we do that. We got 5 more salvos here, yeah? All right, Templar lay them with the Matar. He's got the Hag 80. Is there anyone that we can maneuver into our view? It looks like it's just the Adder. We do have Panzer. Let's get Panzer to fly around. If we can get a good angle, that'd be awesome. Shadowcat Beta has a lot of firepower still. Panzer can get rear arcs. You know what's kind of crazy? I think Panzer is a 360-degree firing arc. Is that right? Look at this. Is that right? How is that possible? Can he really shoot in any direction from this place? So if he... Is that right? So I don't have to choose facing? You do? Oh my god. Okay. You're like a turtle. All right, in that case, full speed Panzer. Let's go. Show them what you're all about. We need guns off the field. And if anyone's maneuverable enough to pull this off, It's a you. Engage that guy.
Target lock on enemy Prieto.
Hag him. Enemy down. High five. There's just a smear left. Oh, wait. We got to watch out the ammunition. My bad, guys. My bad. He's got 84 rounds left. Okay, so just hang in there, Panzer. I'm sorry. I'll try to keep sustainment. No. This is do or die. We got to get rid of these guys. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. Yazata could push in this direction and start hammering away. I mean, that's probably smart. They got big old openings, and you do have a Hag. And then Templar Latham has Hag 80. He can't shoot at the left side very well. I mean, he could get the Sidewinder. I mean, he could tag that guy out. Can anyone take care of... There's the Nova Sierra with all the pulses. We could hit that Nova Sierra. 63%. Ammo's meant to be used. Very true. Let's try to do the sustainable stuff first. So our Alpha, definitely want to clear this other side first if we can. This is on Adder. All right, let's go ahead and push it up. We're going to focus on the Adder. We got a clean side shot. We got a blue shot. Right on that Adder. Stack him. Yeah, that's pretty good. 24 structure in the middle, and the side where his buddy popped him in the backside. It helped us out there, and it just flowed right into the middle there. That's awesome. All right, boom, Tumon Bun. We are going to be able to at least push forward and still engage. We can get shots in theory. That's 50%. I'm gonna try to do a full flip. It's a sprinting flip with a precise strike with improved heavy Gauss, and we're gonna sometimes you gotta adjust for kicks hit straight at the head. 360 no scope. Engage. Death Skull. Nice hits. Good hits. Excellent. He dinged him in the head a little bit. Just give him a little bit of a blast. Rhubarb Carl in the Yazata. Again, could come up this way. I'm actually going to get the Yazata. We need a little help on this side, I think. So let's get up here. Rhubarb Carl stacked. Instead of precise striking it, because I think standard shot's pretty decent with all of the instability, we're going to stay still. We're looking for the breaches, right? So he's got a big old hole here. The Sidewinder's got a big old hole. Let's go ahead and try to blast that Sidewinder. And then Hag 20 and seek some crits. Oh, I turned off the Hag. Gosh darn it. I was still in sustainment mode. I apologize, Rhubarb. I didn't fire the full salvo for Rhubarb. Let me go ahead and turn that back on so I don't make the mistake. And then we got Templar Latham. Oh, boy. Okay, so I either get rid of the Adder. No. We can handle that. We can handle that. Let's come it around the outside, and we're going to have Templar Latham maybe finish the job. Shadowcat on Sidewinder. On Sidewinder it is. I can't come up this way and fire, so it's going to have to be out this way. Give a little bit of exposure. Here we go.
On my way. Double time.
All right, precise strike. We can either hit this Shadowcat Charlie. This guy's on 4, so we might have a little more time here. So I'm going to go ahead and arm up and focus on the Shadowcat instead. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks hit straight to the head. Engage. Templar Latham. Nice! And there it is. He blew through the arm, blew through the torso, and executed that guy. Okay, wonderful. So we got a little more time on this side now, and that leaves Kit Pup. We're completely reliant upon our bunny wall on this side in order to protect him. So he's just going to dive off, I guess, to the indirect, face this direction. I don't know if I want to put any plates up there, though. That's all close range. So we're just going to dive off and square off and maybe lock somebody up on this side like the Nova to make it a little bit easier right there. Yeah, I heard the pop on that one. Yeah, it was very, very nice. All right, there's the tick. So who do we got? We got Crow, and we've got Secret Web Bun. All right, so Secret Web Buns have to go on the offensive here. So who's still available? The Adder is ready to die. The Shadowcat with a Clanny are largest, ready to die. The Phantom is untouched. The Nova Beta is untouched. The Nova's very touched, but he just doesn't know it yet. He's still chilling. And if we take a look at their initiative faces, it's 77765. So out of the 7s who get to go first, who can deal the most damage? Got a Small Pulse, Clan LRM 20, and a Flamer on the Adder. Got the Shadowcat with the large. And then we got the Phantom. Us driving into the rear is not going to do enough. So I think our target's going to be the Shadowcat so that we can try to eliminate him. His right side's completely open, so I think we're going to be fine if Surf Cold just stays on a side shot and gives a salvo. So we'll come to crest, dive off crest while still maintaining anti-missile Elysium coverage for the bunnies on this side. I'd actually like him to be a little further forward for the Score Bun, but I think Score Bun's going to be okay. especially after this hit. So
Hauling
he's
ass.
going to come up crest, dive down like a half pipe, like Tony Hawk, and then focus right on in. And in case he fails to execute our enemy, do a precise strike to push him back to 6. Engage. Stack the middle. Get out of there. Nice. High five. Kalaniar Large has been removed from initiative phase 7. That's awesome. Excellent. Excellent. We're kind of slowly, barely managing this one. This is excellent. So for Command Knight, we still have a high explosive. Let's go in and get Crow. We're going to go in and focus on the opposite side, get a nice splash in there, and ideally be able to land a good hit. We're going to go in and try to land one right on the summoner. Long Tom Cannon. There it is. Enemy down. High five. Lethal damage. My God. I thought he hit the 24 structure in the center torso. He said negative. I'm going for the cockpit. You know that's not necessary. Negative. All right, a Clanner Phantom's trying to kick our kicker, the score bun. He whiffs it as expected, and I don't know if that means he's gonna still be able to try to shoot with it. Okay, well that sucks for that. Nice try though. Come again. Nice try. Come again. You know we can kick you back, right? Long Tom Shell to the dome. Very effective. All right, incoming shots right to the rear of the Apocabun. Probably the Clan LRM-20 from the Adder Alpha, but we've got good coverage still. We're trying not to overextend the AMS ammunition with the overloaded mode there. We got Uffizi. Now, we know this guy already committed and this guy already committed. They're out of the fight. So let's just keep poking away at those that are still pressuring us. So we're going to go in and come around the backside and just keep wrapping up like a ringer. The initiative phase flows down in this direction right to left anyway. So we're going to focus on the next potential high-value threat and try to soften up and remove his weapons. Excellent. Weapons removed. High five. Uffizi does it again. Stay on top of it. Stay on top of it. This is why you need those high alpha repeatable mediums or lights to stay in the lance in order to deal with stuff like that. Nasty hits a Templar Latham that came on the right side. We're not the most heavily armored. We're actually down to double digit after that double impact in the same exact position there on the right torso. So unfortunate from that Nova. Flynn Taggart. He can't. Oh my God, the speed on Flynn Taggart is ludicrous. He's going to move through the fire. I just hope he has the cooling to cope and try to send an MRM-40 Apollo. Please be able to do it. And he can. Engage. Nice! High five! As far as I'm concerned, this side is now secure. Let's focus on the other side. Very, very nice. Shot to the adder from the turrets. I mean, this is the guy who has barely anything in the middle. He's down to 12. He's down to 9. 6-3. Enemy down. Beautiful. High five. Turret splash 1. As far as I'm aware, it's just the Ice Ferret on that side with the heavy smalls who tried to kick our kicker. And then we've got our Sidewinder, and then that is it. And then we're on to the next. So let's just stay on top of it, try to survive. They're trying to exploit the same exact point, and they're successfully doing so. They hit it a third time, so that exact torso is down to 68 out of 230 now. And Templar Latham is definitely the most fragile of all of our super heavies at the moment. Speaking of which, we got Templar Latham. Let's actually rotate like a rotisserie. We're going to go in and skew the left side, save the ammunition, and instead just try to deal some damage. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks hit straight to the head.
Got it.
Kalaniar Large, just soften him up. There. Oh, nice hit to the head. He's like, you know what? I don't need all the hangs. Have a little taste, my guy. All right, crossbow in the Warhawk. We could dash forward, but we're going the other direction, so let's just get a line. Apparently, we can actually see the Sidewinder from out here. That's ludicrous range. All right, we'll just walk it over, and it's a 50% chance, I think, right? Oh, no, it's better. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks hit straight at the head, clanning our PPCs. Oh, yeah, it's really successful. Super repeatable. Good job, crossbow. That's 4 for 4, and the guy's on the ground and mostly out of the game. He's got 24 structure in the middle, and he's out. Beautiful. High five. Okay, so all that remains at the moment is, in fact, 2 until this next turn. So we got the Phantom right here, and what remains of the Nova on this side. So, kit pop. I'm gonna just keep moving us towards the next objective. No point in us necessarily engaging. We'll actually move. I don't want to move into a direct line of sight position. We'll just kind of stay on the backside here. And then we will lock... I guess they're both without evasion right now. So I'll just sensor impair the Phantom, I suppose. You're pretty excited to go with Rogue Tech. I never really watched or played it much. Yeah, it's different now, so it'll be exciting to see for sure. I'm excited about it. It'll just be interesting to see because as I remember it, Rogue Tech's start is brutal. Like there's a lot of times where you have like you're just taking your whole lance is taking like 13% chance shots for like 10 turns against an enemy trying to hit it. Like, but eventually you get all kinds of stuff like what's it called? Ultralight naval lasers and stuff like that, which is just awesome, which I'm all about. So I'm all there for it. Yep.
Full speed sounds good.
Different is a word. Yeah. Watching HB's would talk me Battletech Advanced Universe. So looking forward to seeing how Rogue Tech works from what I've read. It's rough. Well, the start is just a lot slower on the start for sure. So I guess as long as you're okay with that and you're good with it, then it's a fun ride for sure. RNG's headshot galore. Yeah. That's fine. We're just trying to stay...
You got me.
Stay sustainable. So let's get in the water with the Alpha. Line this up and just smack this guy. Hit that Nova. Open him up like a can. And fantastic. One Gladiator PPC down. I dropped into a mission with 10 Super Heavies. Arrow 5 Society. Oh, yes. Aren't those immune to AMS? That's what's terrifying about some of the stuff. Like... Apparently, the experimental Merv in BTAU, the one we have on our Xerxes 5 mic, that actually is also immune to AMS, which is pretty excellent. I guess I'm just going to send the Gladiator medium, and I'm hoping that it's just going to be enough. Yeah, that's a good hit for 31, and he's down to 30 in the middle. Yeah, took 300. Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Let's do this.
Monster Lamb. Okay, so we do still have the Gladiator PPC. I'm just going to do a drive-by here. We're going to fly right by this guy. And then with Panzerbun, we're just going to turn off the hags and try to shoot someone 360 no-scope in the face. Oh, that's right. I gave him a location designator. Sometimes you got to just for kicks it straight to the head. He just put a big old hole right in the rear. Can you imagine? Panzer doesn't even look at you. He just flies right by, and you think, oh, thank God he didn't see it. Oh, no! And he just shoots a PPC at you because he doesn't even care. Not even worth looking at this point. All right, Yasata forward. I did turn off the Hag 20, and we're just going to stack him with all the Gladiator larges. That's enough. Beautiful. High five. Good job, Rhubarb. I'm sort of liking BEX Rogue Tech BTA. Reason being mostly lore-accurate variants matter. I'll go all the way extreme if you're going to do it. All right, so the last one is just that Phantom. Let's just save on our ammunition. The Xerxes has to get out of this pool of water that we're sitting in. Hang tight. And then last but not least is Amiel, and we will dash forward. We still have some indirect shots. I'm just going to hang tight to it and hold. There it is. So now I think we need to move to the next base. We'll clean up that guy on the way over. Yeah, a drive-by. Definitely. Okay, so the game is loading up for our second base to defend and the new waves to appear. I'm hoping they're going to appear in front of us, like closer to the base we need to go to. Move to Charlie base and help defend it.
Bunny's Charlie base is now active. This is the final defensive line. Expect full force attacks. Form up and hold fast.
Wait, the final defensive line?
All right, let's move. Just don't overextend.
So maybe this one is just a 2-base defense. Very interesting.
Attention, attention. Hostile units detected en route to Charlie base.
Yeah, but where are they? We want assault. Yeah, we do. Okay, so they're on the complete opposite side of the mountain, and they're shooting at an Insanity PPC Mark III turret. Oh my God. They got a 75-tonner, 25-tonner. We have 100-tonner from Clan Ghost Bear, 45, 75, 25, 100, as far as we can tell. Well, it seems like we at least have some bunnies in that direction that might be able to help us out a little bit, right? So let's get...
How's it going?
This guy's going to go on 6. So this is our only opportunity to hit him. I know Crow can push him. I don't want him to get shots on us, is the thing. I was kind of hoping that I'd have the secret web one be our scout for this, but I think in order for safety, I'm just going to make sure that he doesn't get a chance to go, and we're actually going to stay here in precise strike until he's off the field. So let's just hit him in the rear and do our best. Yeah, I hope a Kodiak. That'd be awesome if it was a Kodiak. I love the Kodiak. There we go. Open up the rear, crit on the engine excel. Good start. Push him back. Let's go in a reserve. Who's on 7? So that's new. It's their 25-tonner. Oh, no, 45-tonner. So they probably got a Shadow Cat grouping up on the 25. Crow and the Command Knight. Hang tight. Reserve to 6. Who else do they have? 75-tonner. God, initiative phase 6, 75 tons. That's crazy. And they're shooting at Panzerbun from long range indirect. And he's got AMS and an anti-missile ECM coverage. Nice that they could test it. You're welcome. And so we can see that they shot Clan LRM 20 at Panzerbun. Perfect. Well, Uffizi has an opportunity. Let's get in there and try to take advantage and clear their spotter. So on Phantom, full stack. Nice. High five. All right, spotter's been cleared. Spotter's been cleared. 75-ton, almost short Timberwolves. Yeah, absolutely. They did have a Sidewinder out there, kind of Timby, but, you know, just a little different. All right, Scorbun. I guess we're approaching from this side now. So on the move, just come back, reposition. You don't need defensive formation on this turn. We'll hold it for the next one. They've got spawn protection anyway. So let's reserve. They're probably going to have to lock us if they want to engage or go after the base. On initiative phase 5, they've got an 80-tonner. Didn't see that before. It's a Gargoyle Charlie, thanks to our base. Clan UAC 20 and 6 Clanny are mediums. Clanny are small. Double A pod. Reserve down to 4. 100-tonner. And he disappeared. I did not see where he went. Oh no, wait, where did he go? Okay, well, we should probably give our turrets an opportunity to at least have a target. Can we get any sort of detection? I know Crow can lock. Is he in range? He can lock. We need to give him something. You could lock the Gargoyle. He's on 4 evasion. You could lock the 25. You could lock the 75. Let's lock that 75. It's a Sidewinder Prime. So we've locked up a Sidewinder Prime. And at least the turrets get a chance to do something to them, yeah? It can be an Atlas 2C, a 100-ton assault disappeared. The Fabled Drop Bear class. Oh, nice! So our allies have fast cam. Imagine that. So it seems like we don't have one central building to protect. We've got 4 buildings in Charlie base. Only one must survive. All right, how are we doing there? So what's in the Sidewinder Prime? Clan Gauss Rifle, Clan LRM 20, Double Clan Medium Pulse, Clan Large Pulse, and a Clan AMS system. Still 25 and 45. Okay, well, we'll come down to 2. We'll come down to 1. And it's up to the bunnies now. Okay, so let's see. Panzerbun, it's time to get to scouting, Panzer. Get to scouting, Panzer. Go ahead and seek and destroy our enemies. It's good they gave them stability damage too. Yes. All right, so Panzer's going to peek over the ridge line. Take a look at the Gargoyle, and we have now identified the Dire Wolf Prime. So it's not a Kodiak. He's at the edge of a plate, but he is there. Now, we do have a location designator, and since Panzer is here to scout, let's go ahead and let him know that we mean business. Sometimes you got to just for kicks it straight to the head. Sopping him up, Panzer. Scout him. Excellent. Yeah, now he's been hit in the head. Head injury. Excellent. All right, well, let's see. We got crossbow in the Warhawk. I mean, we just need to... What's the fastest way? I mean, I guess we got to go the long way around, unfortunately. It's a good thing the Warhawk's not slow. So full speed, 6 evasion. Let's go. Start the climb. You get a moment to cool off there. Soljan and the Xerxes. I mean, the good news is we don't really have to move. We can sit in this puddle of water and just engage from our playhouse. So that's perfect. I guess we just need to choose where this is going to go. I guess since there's splash, I'm going to go ahead and try to land it on the Sidewinder. Apparently, we got a really decent chance. Can I shoot both of these? So mind you, right now, I just want to point this out. Normally, 2 experimental MIRVs they will actually generate 240 heat. That's a lot. Currently, we have heat sinking capabilities of 126 per turn. We're also in the tropical environment where we get a 10% extra boost to our heat sinking capabilities, and we're standing in water. This is the only time that we can shoot both of the MIRVs at the same time. Don't risk it. I don't know. It seems like... but it'd be so much fun. Go for it. No guts, no glory. Yeah, I mean, this is the last day. We should definitely risk it. So let's see what happens when you shoot two of these things at the same time. Double experimental MIRVs. Send 16. There's a perfectly fine Sidewinder. And it's... Ooh, that's bad. He doesn't even have one salvageable part left. Now, there's also Splash, so apparently we hurt his buddies, too. Actually, you know what? Where'd the 25-tonner go? Legit, where's the 25-tonner? I know Panzerbun is not out of sensor range. He's right here. So where is the 5th mech? He's not there anymore. That's terrifying. That is terrifying. Holy crap. In Oblivion, yeah, we had a lot of direct hits on that guy, but there is some splash, and apparently it was sufficient.
Yeah.
I've changed my mind. He's part of the landscape now. Yeah, he is. All right, well, Abakabun, let's go. I guess we got to choose which direction. We are not fast. Let's go wide and try to go around, and eventually we'll see the enemy. Don't worry. We'll have plenty of time to cool off. Alpha Bun, full speed. We got to climb. God, we are so slow. I'm so glad that we've got like Panzerbun and Serve Cold and all that to do all the work while we trundle along in a certain direction. Okay, well, we're also going through difficult terrain and triple canopy, etc. Rhubarb Crawl is actually one of the fastest at 130 tons with the XL engine, 390 core. Move to Charlie base and help defend it. Apparently, we're now in range thanks to Rhubarb Carl. He's gone to the farm. Oh, are they spawning more now? Oh, no. That was Skyrim. He met a giant who sent him into orbit.
Bunnies, we got more hostiles detected. They seem to be appearing each time that we approach the defensive zone.
Okay, so I came closer, and now there's more. Okay, where are they? Where are they? I don't see them, and that scares the heck out of me. All right, rearm Hag 20. Are they going to appear? I heard something. I heard like a jet or something. What the heck was that? Wow, are they that far? Okay, this is a little scary. This is like playing Aliens, where you know there's a xenomorph out there, but you just don't exactly understand the geometry of the situation. Let's go ahead and tuck in with a Matar, brace up, hang tight. And there's basically 2 more movements on our side before we do anything. I heard that. Maybe they're out here. But that's the edge of the map. They can't be. We'd be able to detect that.
Commander.
All right, Kit Pup. I could fast fire, right? I do have a fast fire. Let's go ahead and fast fire it before they get any weird ideas. And we're just going to engage in place Kit Pup. Let's go ahead and put a plate right on the gargoyle. Inferno plate. New plate applied. Probably should have had someone dodging to the left base. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe they're back here. I have no idea. All right, Amiel does have side slip. Let's side slip it. Full speed. Hard push. And that is it for our turn. So we're about to find out if there's any new contacts. It says enemy turn right now, which means there are other contacts on the field that have not been identified. New contact, new contact. Where is this? I think they're coming from our west side. Okay, so they're attacking the building. That's fine. That's fine. Where is he? Where is he? He's out on the left side. Out on the left side. So they probably got a hole. I'm guessing here. Maybe they dropped in the water, and that's outside of our sensor range. It's okay. We'll be able to get there soon enough. Okay, so who can act? Got Crow, Secret Web Bun, and Kit Pup. Kit Pup's got fast fire, so let's go ahead and let loose. Engage. On Gargoyle. Nice hit. Good splash. Good splash. Phenomenal. All right, they're still sitting in the arrow for you. I was suspecting that since we didn't see him, front were crowded. Yeah, no kidding. Crows up, secret web on. All right, secret web on. I'm going to climb here. We can still divert our attention in this direction. So let's just make sure we've got the best sensors. We can even like ping out from this location even though we don't see. And then we'll just skirt on over to the other side to help out and identify targets. So gargoyles on 5. We've got 3 on the dire wolf. We've got our 45 down below. We blow down pro ping. We're out of range. So let's just lock up the 45 so we know what's there. And it is a Shadowcat Prime. So we got a Shadowcat Prime standing in fast scam. Clan Gauss, double clanny or medium. Relatively soft-ish with double-digit armor or bound. 51 in the middle. We got Crow. Might be able to affect that appropriately. We do have indirect long tom cannon. I'm going to switch over to shape charge and just see which one's a better target. We've got a good chance to hit that gargoyle in the front, crack that. Shadowcat Prime has a very good chance to get a breach there. That's excellent. Direwolf Prime, we've got a good chance to impact with the shape charge. The Adder, we have a decent chance as well. I mean, I'd love to hit an Adder with a shape charge, but he already went, so... I think I'm going to focus instead. That's 86.99. Let's try to hit that Shadowcat and just get a breach somewhere. Nice. 13 structure on the right side. There you go. Have something to think about, my guy. All right, that Shadowcat has decided to relocate and get out of the fast cam. Shot to turrets. And he's didn't really do too much because he's probably still reeling from that impact. Direct explosive damage into 1 point was one of the best things that the Intersphere has ever created. All right, Scorbun can actually go to peak, but that does mean he's in line of sight to the dire wolf, etc. Let's hold until later. We'll come back to that. 1 on 5 is going to be the gargoyle, unless we can push him, but I don't think it's necessary. We could push him down to 4. We don't have a lot on 4, so let's just reserve. They do have a UAC 20, but I think Panzerbun can probably take that blast before we have to expose any of the other bunnies. Stormcrow, this is on the west side. On the west side, shots on building, right behind the Adder. Nice thing is they're grouping up, so if we did come in, we can't right away because there's a 1-turn cooldown on the I was going to say the expensive MIRVs, the experimental MIRVs. Then we do have the AoE. We should be able to send a good salvo in that direction. Let's just go ahead and pass till 4. Let them move first. They are revealing themselves. That's the gargoyle in the front with a Clan UAC 20 coming out of the Arrow 4 plate. Big, massive shot on the turret and wipes out the Insanity PPC Mark III turret. But that's what they're there for. Take the hits so that we don't have to and we can continue to defend them. Let's go into reserve, allow the turrets to go, and then it's to the dice sheet. New contact. Is that another Sidewinder? Wow, they got a lot of Sidewinders. It's a Hag Sidewinder with Hag 40, Clan LRM 20, double Clan ER Micro, and a Clan ER PPC. That's a nasty setup. They got the breach of the PPCs. They got the crit seeking of the LRM 20 on indirect, and then, of course, the Hag 40 if in direct line of sight. And when it comes close, repeatable ER Micros. Nasty Hags at distance, so there's another target right here on the tip of the peninsula that we need to be aware of, but we still don't detect him despite shooting what seems to be 2 Hags at the same target. What remains of the turrets are continuing to bombard the dire wolf. He's got 45 armor on his right torso. If he starts pushing towards the buildings, he'll shield that right torso from Panzerbun. But he approaches Panzer instead and moves to the base in order to break line of sight. Very interesting. Let's come down to 2. We'll see. Since the enemy still has a turn, that means they probably have an assault in this star because they are still thinking and still moving, unless they've got more than the star that I'm aware of. Gauss. I'm thinking Clanny are large. Is that right? As far as long range. And then do they have any more? They don't.
Waiting to pound.
So it's, I think, a star here, what remains over here, and then we are good. So let's go ahead and take Panzer. Panzer's here to, I guess, deal with this lance. At this point, if we just keep pushing on the right side, then we'll have a golden opportunity to eventually get around them, because they got to choose. Do they face the building, their objective, or not, right? So we got 69%, we got 25%, we've got the gargoyle at 33. It's obstructed, but I mean, just keep pressuring this guy. Clan ER PPC impacts, Clan Hag 60, he hits the head again. We have full resolve. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right, perfect. Let's get you Feezy. He's just gonna advance and lock. So let's lock up, let's say, the Shadowcat Prime. Bring him down to 2 if we are able. And then we're going to get Crossbow in the Warhawk. He's still climbing. Doesn't have a shot yet, but he's getting there. He's moving out towards the west, the incursion in the west. So he's now ready to go the moment he has a shot. Got Soljan in the Xerxes. He's got to cool off, so let's, I guess, move a little closer. Can't lock anybody from this position, so hold. We have a cooldown on those experimental Mercs. The Scorbun can now dash up and start hammering shots into the enemy. Let's go ahead and focus on that Phantom. He's at 2 evasion right now. We're going to go in a precise strike. Actually, you know what? I'm going to defensive formation. It's going to give a 20% flat damage mitigation to all the bunnies, and we'll take the 69% on the Shadowcat. 4 PPC is great for headshot. Yeah. Crossbow has shown himself to be very, very accurate. All right, good impacts. He's left with 1 Clanier medium in the middle of a burning tropical zone.
Commander.
And that leaves us with Amiel. Amiel can get a shot, but that means they can shoot at him. Honestly, I think it's going to be okay. Let's get in there and we'll start sending our first salvos at these guys. So side shot on Stormcrow, engaged. WAC 10, LRM 20, Artemis 4. Nice breach. It's got 27 structure out there. Man, the Behemoth is nasty. Well, it's really, really powerful. That's kind of nuts. So we got 5 bunnies. Templar lay them with a Hag 40, but he's still climbing. He's almost there. Almost there. Can he lock anybody? Negative. Rhubarb Carl, he's got the Hag 20 back online. That's phenomenal. And we can get a shot, but we need to be in a very specific position. It's just threading the needle right now. All right, so Rhubarb has advanced his 130-ton frame like a mountain goat. Look at the proprioception on Rhubarb Carl. My goodness, only he could stand here like some kind of majestic mountain goat and try to engage these guys semi-accurately. Stormcrow's got a breach on this side, so that's going to be effective. We've got the Adder with the Clan LRM 30 and the Narc Launcher and the Sidewinder with a Hag 40. That guy's really scary, so sometimes you got to just for kicks it straight at the head. Rhubarb Carl. Sopping him up. Nice. High five. There it is. Lethal damage. Mountain goated, my guy. All right, here comes Boom to Monbun. Yeah, he's got a line up here. He's mountain goating it as well. I'm surprised that we've actually got opportunities to engage, rearming all of the ammunition expenditures, and let's go ahead and try to hit this poor Adder. Sometimes you got to just for kicks it straight at the head. Double improved heavy gauss followed up by okay, that guy's that is seriously gone. Excellent. Yeah, to curtail your advancement, clanners. Lethal damage. There it is. Wow, improved heavy gauss to an Adder's head. That's wonderful. They did not expect it. We definitely surprised them. Excellent. Okay, we'll keep climbing with the Apocabun. Stay out of the spore field. Full sprint. We still have a decent amount of armor. 38-16. Despite taking the blast earlier. And then we've got HB in the alpha. So full speed. And let's go. Can we lock anybody? Negative. So hold. And that is the turn. Excellent. In round 9. So what can we accomplish? We got Crow and we got Secret Weapon. Now, Secret Weapon, do they have any breaches we can exploit? Not here. Yes, here, but it doesn't have any ranged weapons. And the Gargoyle can definitely take a shape charge because that's just hilarious. So, I mean, Crow could also be attacking these guys out here. I guess there is a breach on this guy, so we might be able to knock him down. We've got Inferno, we've got shape charge. That's it. So, I mean, I guess we can reach him with the Inferno. Let's actually start to move to where we can get direct shots with like our Clan Plasma Cannon. At the very least, we can push this guy back in the turn order and hope for the best. So launch the Inferno Long Tom Cannon at the Stormcrow. No. That is satisfying. My goodness. Wow. Not only does he get a knockdown, he also exploits that breach perfectly. And goodbye energy weapons. Wow, that's that pop goes the weasel indeed. All right, let's let them go first. So it's up to the Shadowcat with no ranged weaponry. There's still more enemies coming at us, so we can't just be celebrating just yet. But man, that is really satisfying. That's come down to 6. Who's on 5? We've got 4 and 5 is going to be the Gargoyle. Yep, let the Gargoyle go. He's very hot. He was the epicenter of Kit Pup's wrath, and he decides. to try in vain to shoot at Panzerbun. Yeah, good luck there. So he still maintained his heat, did not cool off at all, did not accomplish what he was hoping for. Fantastic. Okay, so can anyone push the Direwolf back in the turn order? Flint Taggart does have a precise strike, so let's keep mountain goading it up. We're actually going to move maybe like here, so we only have a line of sight to the Direwolf from this position, and then we're going to push him back to 3 and maybe even get a breach. Emerim 40 Apollo, because we just want to reduce how much damage he can send our way, right? Got a nice breach there. Fantastic job. Yeah, imagine falling with your mech down of a full floor full of flames. They probably touch that head that you sit in. Oh yeah, that's I don't want to think about it. That's too horrible. I would not wish that on my worst enemies. Well, let's push in with the obstruction. Euphysia has 1 direct sight on this guy. Push him back to 2 and just send it anywhere. Stack that. Looks like we hit the breach. Nice, down to 76. We got another hit on the head. Broke his jaw. He's got 2 health remaining. He's shooting at me. He's looking for trouble. Yeah, he is. All right, reserve down to 4. Our allied turrets can help out with a breach. Nice thing is the breach is facing the turrets. So some of these are going to find their mark, and the ones that do are really going to suck. Any non-half crazed clanner would punch out. Yeah, well, these guys are the most crazed of them all. Ooh, boy. Okay, so it seems like the bunnies themselves have now drawn the ire of the clanners. They've ignored the objective and decided to turn all of their hags to set the edge of the peninsula. Now we actually have the distance and the sensor range to actually see what that was. So 85 tonner. Do Warhawks have double ballistic? That's kind of scary, actually. That might be a Warhawk with maybe like double hags or something. That's terrifying. Well, tell you what, let's keep pushing this guy. We'll push him all the way back to 1. That means he's going to be on the same tempo as Panzerbun. Keep stacking the right side. It's been impacted once. He's been marked for AoE, and he's now panicking. He's got breaches on both sides, and Panzer still has ammunition for his double Hag 30. No such thing as a sane clanner, especially not these guys. All right, in the distance, we've got that 55 tonner. It seems like he stood right back up. He's got the Clan UAC 20 remaining. Comes out of the flames, and I think he missed. Oh, he's punched out. High five. And he actually shut down from the heat after shooting, missed the building, and then just decided, nope, don't want it. All right, we're back to 2. We're back to 2. Where are we at now? All right, Clan Ghost Bear's up. That's from whatever that assault is back there. I'm not too sure. The double Gauss Clania are large, probably more. Templar lay them. We don't have a shot here. Full speed. Can we lock? Cannot lock at this range. Done. We have Soljan and the Xerxes. We actually have the experimental Merv back online now. So if we send 1, that may be good enough. I could impact and try to... Well, I guess the question is, do we want to hit the Direwolf? No, there is an AoE. Let's take advantage of the AoE. Oh, you know what I can do? Oh my god. I forgot. We can multi-target. Okay, let's try a multi-target with experimental Mervs. This should be interesting. Can I mark that? Okay, there we go. So they're both marked up. Multi-target. So I want to shoot at this guy, and I want to shoot at this guy. There it is. So you each get 1. How about that? We are, never let it be said, the bunnies aren't fair. Have this. Isn't it danger close? Is it? I think it's far enough away. Well, we'll see. We're accurate guys. Yeah, here we go. Let's try it. So here's the first experimental Merv on the gargoyle, relatively untouched, just very hot. Oh, looks like his buddy died, AoE, and then we're shooting at this direwolf with breaches on both sides. There goes one. Oh, there he goes. Excellent. High five, double kill. We're bunnies. Danger close is standard operating procedure. Yeah. How else are you going to call in the shots if you're not close enough to see the whites of their eyes? So this gargoyle is now a little less durable. Excellent. So 1 target there. Did they change the Merv? I don't know. It's the first time I'm using it, but I definitely enjoy it. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. Can we... So Kit does not have fast fire. We got to wait a turn. So let's side slip it, and we're going to relocate to indirect right there. There we go. For Kit Pup. Excellent. I thought that was the 1 damage Inferno rocket shower. Oh, that is something different. That's the... I know what you're talking about. That's not quite the same. Do the bunnies remember what that's called? I know what you're talking about, Infernal. It's the one that shoots out this big AoE plate of fire with like 200 Inferno rockets. That's awesome, by the way. I love that. We basically get like one shot. This is a little bit different. Yeah, I don't remember what that one is called, but that one is so much fun. It's definitely one of my favorite things in the game. All right, let's come it around. We're going to Precise Strike with Amiel on indirect, LRM 10, stopping him up. The enemy would call it hell. Well, it's like bringing hell to the battlefield for sure, so I would understand if they did. All right, Warhawk, let's come down to 1. And now we can use 6 bunnies to try to engage, if we can get a shot. We need sight. Let's move with our Warhawk. Crossbows pushing up. The closer we get, the better the chance we'll see what's coming our way. We got an 85 tonner out here. We have the Apocabun. We continue to climb with the Escatus rotary railguns. Hang tight. Actually had an enemy hunchy shoot my customized battle armor squad with it and oh, that's terrifying.
Wait,
that is terrifying. I do not want any of that coming my way at all. The name is Bun. James Bun. I like my enemy mechs shaken, not stirred. All right, push. We got 3 more. All right, we may rely on Panzer Bun. Let's come it around. So Panzer's moving just above the level. I mean, he's still at 72 rounds. We might as well send the full set. Let's go ahead and sometimes... no, just burrow right through the side. I think it's sufficiently soft. It's at 52 armor. That's a breach. And he hit the head. Oh my god. So he blew the UAC 20 off, blew the torso off, hit the head, and then decided, you know what? I'm going to give you an engine crit as well. Have that. Well scouted, Panzer. Glad I got you here to scout for us. Phenomenal. All right, let's keep pushing. Apparently, Rhubarb Carl and the Yazet has a line on the gargoyle from across the map. Let's go ahead and push him over. Stack the mid, save the hags. That looked like it was a good impact. Yep, he's out of there. High five. Good job, bunnies. All right, so the right side's clear. Refocus on what remains on the left side before what else drops, right? Boom to Mon Bun. Let's just keep climbing and canting to the left side. We actually have a unified front now. This is awesome. Now, mind you, there may be another drop, right? The closer we get, it conjures up new clanners. You know, when they have a new base, conjures up new clanners. And when we hit new thresholds in the engagement, conjure up new clanners. So I'm curious where they're going to appear. I'm glad we got the fast element, our cavalry on the right side in order to deal with people out there by themselves, yeah? That's a lot of spawning. What's happening? I thought we were on top of it. Yeah, it's a lot. Oh, wow, that's like 10 enemies.
Bunnies, we have multiple contacts detected. The enemy has dropped an entire company, and they're all closing in on Charlie base. We definitely stirred things up here. Judging by the response, it's like an entire battalion showed up since the beginning of our diversionary exercise alone.
Alright, we'll keep engagements controlled, maintain formation. Our objective is to delay them, not destroy them outright.
Whoa, Kit, not destroy them. No. Our objective is definitely to destroy them outright.
Oh, my bad, Bunny Man. Yes, kill all of them, please.
Good. Glad we got on the same page here, Kit. I'm surprised. Honestly, him shooting out Inferno rounds all day long is probably going to scramble the message somewhere. Oh, boy. So it looks like a lot of our super heavies that go later are fully exposed and in the open in an L ambush as the enemy drops around us. So we've got new threats on the field. Sidewinder Beta, Clan LBX AC-10, Clan LRM 35, Clan Medium Pulse, Clan AMS, Summoner Prime, ERPPC, LBX AC-10, LRM 15, Sidewinder Beta. We've got the same with all of the LBX AC-10, Medium Pulse, AMS, LRM 30, Summoner Delta, AMS, Double Clan ER Large, Double Clan ER Medium, Double Clan Machine Gun. We have the Summoner Delta, same thing. Another Sidewinder Prime, Clan Gauss, Medium Pulses, LRM, Stormcrow Charlie, LBX AC-10, Double Medium Pulse, Large Pulse. We've got the Loki, 4 Clan Plasma Cannon, 4 Clan Medium Pulse, and a Micro Pulse. That's terrifying. We've also got another 55-tonner, probably another Stormcrow, and some that we have not detected yet. We have still not dealt with whatever the assault is back here. I'm assuming it's 100 tons. And then we've got the double hag wielding 85-tonner out here. Now, as far as the identified mechs on the field, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. But we know that there is more. Oh my god. Plasma cannons don't do anything for damage, but heat is bad. Yeah, the damage overheat threshold's pretty nasty. Well, okay. This is scary. Do they still have spawn protection? I think they do, right? They still do have spawn protection, so I guess that's a plus. Let's reserve. And reserve to 6. What do we have? Hopefully it's just move, don't shoot, and we can at least rotate ourselves to them, yeah? I thought the plasma cannons were comparable to Clanny or PPCs in weight and heat type damage. No, they do a ton of heat damage, and I think it's like, the Clan plasma cannon is like pure heat damage, I think. I always get them confused. There's the plasma rifle, which I think is like some damage and heat damage, and then the Clan plasma cannon is like pure heat, and it is a 20% overheating effect, I believe, which makes your cooling less effective by that amount. I think I sometimes get them mixed up. Okay, good. Thank you, Panzer. Thank you. It's a pure heat damage double against vehicles last I played. They sort of spot for the 85 ton. Oh, yeah, that's nasty. That's going to be really bad. Well, we got to get rid of... When did this guy appear? So this guy's got spawn protection, so he just appeared here. There's a freaking alicorn with 4 Gauss rifles. He just appeared here. What is... You're not even anywhere close to the rest of your guys. What is this? I'm glad we had someone here to figure this out, but holy crap. I ran a Stone Rhino with an XL 400 and 4 plasma cannon. Not enough Gauss. Yet not enough Gauss shooting that guy, but we're not going to hit that guy, unfortunately. So let's... Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on. Reserve. Hold in place. We need to wait until, like, Initiative 3 until some of us can even go, really. And we're not going to hit that guy no matter how hard we try. So we just need to let him push, and then we'll do something. So Stormcrows are positioning. They're trying to get the concave. Coming around the corner, getting a line. Summoner Delta is coming from... I guess I'll call this, like, left group, mid group, and eastern group. Summoner Prime from mid group is approaching. They punished him for failing a trial and placed him there as a deadly diversion. Yeah, he's definitely a diversion. I was hoping we could refocus our forces in one place, but seems like we've got a bit of a mess to deal with first out here. So we're now on initiative phase 5. Double check the aftermath. So 1 alicorn here, and then mid has made some approaches. Yeah, we're going to be fighting like super danger close, not long ranges like I was hoping with our super heavies. This is definitely not ideal. I may have overcommitted. Let's go in and reserve to 4. Can't wait for scary tanks to return to Mech Warrior 5. Oh my god, there's so many ways the mech could have been designed better. Oh, the Summoner Prime. Well, I mean, you got to start somewhere, I suppose. All right, they got a full star that gets to activate here, and then I think the alicorn to Charlie is going to go on 1, I believe. So let's reserve down to 3 so more of us can move together. 85 on the right. That's a double hag. He can actually fire. He's free to fire. An Osteon. That's what it is. Hag 80 triple Clannier medium. That's scary. That's scary. That's more firepower than Templar Latham has. Templar Latham has 2 Clannier mediums and a Hag 80. This guy's got 3 Clannier mediums and a Hag 80 and an 85 tonner. That's ludicrous. I can't think he's got much to stay in there, yeah? Was a summoner the first oh, that I'm not sure of. I wouldn't be able to answer you there. Oh, I thought I saw the 85 move again. All right, Sidewinder Prime. I believe this is from the left side. So they're pushing the concave on the left. No engagements on the buildings yet. Sidewinder Beta from mid group. How the hell are the Clanners fitting so much? Yeah, they've got all kinds of weight savings. It's a split personality, making it fit it better. Focus on roll. Yeah, versatility for sure. All right, so on 1 is probably the alicorn, right? Yeah, let's bring it down to 2. They still have an assault out there. I think we haven't seen it yet. They're impacting on Rhubarb Carl. Where's that coming from? I still haven't even seen that guy yet. If we stay off, oh, we just caught a glimpse. It is 100 tons. So the thing with the double Clan Gauss rifle and I think a Clannier large has been shooting at us is this right here. We have not been able to identify it or even see it in sensors until now. So now it's actually in sensor range. Obviously, what we could do is probably there is this crest here. A lot of us are just about to go over crest. We can dive off the crest and at least isolate some of the line of sight weapons coming to us, but honestly, there's not much that we can play with. Or we can destroy these two that are shooting into our flank and dive over crest and be on this side and hopefully reduce some of the firepower coming our way and utilize our armor in order to maintain an advantage. But we'll have to see. So we're going to reserve again, allow the Alicorn 2 Charlie to move, and then hopefully that's it for the clanners, right? So there's the quad Clan Gauss rifle moving through a burning forest, so spawn protection ain't going to protect him from that. He's taken 14 armor damage total. Yeah, Fahad is overrated. And now it is our turn to move. Okay, so all of us can go. Kit Pup actually has fast fire, so this could be really, really strong. So Kit Pup actually has fast fire right here in this niche. So let's go ahead and confirm with Kit so we can work around this plate. I guess the idea is, where do we put the plate? Put it on the left, put it on mid. I think putting it on mid is probably the best choice here. We've got double summoners. We've got a lot of hot stuff right here, and we can maybe dish out herding clusters on the left side. So, although they do have the Hellbringer with a Clan Plasma Cannon, I mean, I don't want to get hit with that. We could clear left to right and focus on mid. Let's put a plate on left. I changed my mind. We're going to put a plate on left. I guess the question is, yeah, it's a good thing we're starting with a plate. Inferno, we have 4 left for Kit Pup. And we're going to put the plate right on that Hellbringer. Place it. We're probably going to have an overlap right now we got to get out of, but we have the mobility to do it, so that's fine. Let's get our Matar. I want to sprint so that we can actually break line of sight as much as possible, but unfortunately, it's our left side that is stronger. I guess if we climb, we can get shots here, but we can't engage down all the way on our side here. What about HP?
Wait, why am I in a cockpit?
HP can move out of the plate. He can move forward and then get shots on the Stormcrow, or get shots on this location. We have the Summoner. We have the Sidewinder. Oh, wait a minute. They still have spawn protection, so I can't get those shots yet. So I can't do it this turn. Gosh darn it. I keep forgetting about that. So I can't really attack any of these guys. I have to go for these guys, and that's it if I want to do any damage right now. So diving over crest maybe is the way I'm going to make that happen. I just need some sight out there. So let's figure that out. Panzerbun could fly by. Obviously, 4 Clan Gauss rifles, kind of scary. But if anyone's going to be able to do it, it might be Panzer. We've got 9 evasion here for Panzer. But if we look at this, it might be the rear arc. How's our armor back there? Oh god, that's scary. It's okay, it's okay. I think it's heavy enough. It's not going to go fast enough. We might be able to do something about that. What's the armor on this thing? 147 on the side, 190. We can overpower that if we stay and support Panzer. So let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. All right, so he's generating 9 evasion in a monster lamb. And he has a potential to land a shot. It's 0.2%, but we're just going to send out a Kalani or PPC. Why not? If I precise strike, it's still 0.2% because of spawn protection. I mean, I don't even care. Should we do vigilance instead? Let's save the precise strike, and we're just going to shoot a 0.2%. Doesn't matter. There it is. So we sent it. Might as well. It's there. Might as well use it. Perfect. We will go ahead and get Serve Cold, 9 evasion, and we're giving anti-missile Elysium coverage to Panzerbun. We can potentially lock. I think it's just the Alicorn. That's fine. Lock up the Alicorn, bring him down to 5 evasion. This is for next turn. We got Amiel. Amiel can send salvos, but he's going to be in line of sight. Hang tight. What about Uffizi? Uffizi does have lock as well, so we can bring him down to 3. So let's do that. We'll stay on the 5 evasion, and we're going to go ahead and lock down the Alicorn to 3. 100 might be a CC. Oh, community content mech. I wouldn't be surprised. They've got some really amazing stuff. Got Crossbow in the Warhawk. Again, if anyone has a shot, maybe it's Crossbow. We have a line. We have a line. Crossbow's got a line. Full speed Crossbow. Full sprint. So he's the first to see this 100-tonner. Crossbow will actually get visual on the 100-tonner. And it is, in fact, a Direwolf Hotel. Double clan Gauss rifle. Double clan heavy large lasers. 1 medium pulse and a clan flamer. Very, very, very dangerous. Sometimes you gotta adjust for kicks it straight at the head. Send a crossbow. Soften him up. Soften him up. Get those breaches. Center impair him. So 4 for 4 on target. Got Soljin. He is on cooldown for the experimental MRFs. Let's go ahead and just square off with the enemy. We're going to overload the AMS if they decide to attack us. And we're going to try to lock up the lead summoner right there. Bring him down to 2. We got Crow. Crow's in the command knight. I could climb. I don't want to. Well, no. Here. Overload the AMS. And we know you go almost first. So if I actually push close to the edge of the plate, he can be in a spot where he's going to at least maybe be able to defend some of the bunnies with the AMS. So let's just get him on over. And then we can at least send something like a shape charge towards the dire wolf out that way. Engage. Nice impact. Beautiful hit. 13 armor and unstable direwolf hotel. Does the Xerxes even need the AMS with a massive break it got for armor? It's more for people around the Xerxes, but
oh, man.
Who knows? If anyone shoots direct fire at him, he's probably in trouble, so we got to keep that in mind. For Flynn in the score bun, definitely need that MRM 40. Let's just dive off the edge, use a 360-degree turret, and keep pushing on in to deal with the Alicorn. We got enough with advantage to deal with the Alicorn, I think. Yeah, for fat wolves are quite common among the 100-ton clan mechs in Battletech Advanced. A pocket bun. Okay, so we actually can shoot with this thing now, which is excellent. So we're gonna move on over. We haven't really gotten to shoot with a railgun that much, so we haven't lost out on our ammunition. So let's tune it up to 3 for the first time in a while. And let's try to impact this guy. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks hit straight at the head. Red legs. Engage the 100-tonner. Nice, good pop. And down he goes. And we even got an impact on the head. Fantastic. So that should give him something to think about. And it'll be a little harder for him to hit something when he stands back up. Excellent. And now he's bleeding out. High five. That will put a non-bunny down. My goodness. All right, Alpha Super Heavy. I mean, all we can really do is square off, and I guess we can also use Vigilance as well. Let's do it. This is a little scary. We're going to utilize Vigilance to mitigate incoming damage. Shooting at these guys doesn't make too much sense, although I guess maybe we can get stray shots. That's always a possibility. If I shoot at this summoner as an example, maybe I'll land a stray shot by accident.
Time to give him that smooth.
Yeah, I did not. Spawn Protection won the day. Never mind. I just figured I'd do it for science.
Won't miss.
And then we got 4 more. So we got Templar Latham in the Matar. Really scared about Templar Latham. Let's dive it back. Unfortunately, the right side is the damage side, and that's the side that for LRMs and stuff like that, we're technically presenting to this group on the right side. I will use Vigilance to mitigate incoming damage, and then we're going to go ahead and lock down the lead summoner down to 2. Or down to 0. And then hang tight in place. Got Rhubarb Carl in the Yazata. He was blasted a little bit earlier. We're going to dash over crest and focus on trying to take out the threat. The middle has 90. Yeah, focus right on center core. And we're going to precise strike despite the fact he's on the ground in order to improve our chances. Engage. That is good. That's very good. High five. Beautiful. I don't like that mech. I know the community loves Stone Rider for some reason, but I don't see it. I think it's just cool to have a spine-mounted gun and stuff like that. There's something oddly compelling about the setup, I think. All right, let's stand it back. Hard brace for Death Skull, because a lot of shots are coming his way. And then we've got Amiel in the Advanced Behemoth, and we're going to go indirect. And just hang tight, because that's all we got. All right, bunnies. Spawn protection is now removed. All guns are live. So, Kid Pup, start the plates. Engage. There's the heat. Beautiful. Excellent. Way to start it, my guy. Way to start it. Yeah, get that threshold cooking. Get them hot before they make us hot. Stone Runner was the closest Macross crowd got to a monster. Yes. Yes. All right, Secret Web on. We can get on the Alicorn 2 Charlie, and then we got Crow. Because we can actually land some hits, I could sprint out this way. No, I'm gonna... Our right side technically has more armor, but honestly, line of sight on us is going to suck. So I'm going to try to devote most of the AMS coverage actually to the Matar. So let's actually run down the hill. We need to protect Templar lay them. We're going to precise strike and just send everything that we got into that Sidewinder. Shape charge, we go direct, 99% chance to impact, and we put a clan plasma cannon into that guy. Or I could just do Inferno. Let's do, well, shape charge is 113 and the shape charge is going to hit for 86. That's pretty decent. Let's go ahead and hit that guy with a shape charge. In attack. Nice hit. On leg. Good clan plasma cannon hit as well. Beautiful. So he's now a little weaker in the legs, down to double digit. He's got a little bit of heat on top of the plate already sent on top of him. Secret weapon, let's go ahead and reserve down to 7. And on 6. Who's on 6? Out of this plate, we've got the Stormcrow Charlie. We have the Stormcrow Alpha. And then probably guys on mid. At least we're squared off with them, but that's all that I have. So, alright, bunnies, I have to reserve. Incoming. Incoming. Cross your fingers. A lot of firepower coming our way right now, and we are mostly visible to them. Stormcrow Charlie is moving around the outside of the burn, getting on crest. Shot to red legs. The Apoca Bun. So that's on the left side on LBX AC-10, down to 368 out of 450 on that left torso, yeah? Then we got Uffizi, Flynn Taggart. That's all on the right side. I think it's just those 3, right? Yeah, so this is all focused on the Alicorn. I mean, we might as well take the opportunity to try to drive into the Alicorn while we can, right? So let's move on the 4. We're going to precise strike and impact on the Alicorn's left side if we can. Down to 7 structure. Okay, much better. Much better. Perfect. That guy's almost out, so that should safeguard Panzerbun. All right, more incoming firepower. Stormcrow Alpha, this is coming from the left group out of the burn. Clan LRM 20, Clan Streak SRM 12. Shot on HP on the left side. 288 out of 310, 219 on the arm. And an impact to the head. And he shuts down. Beautiful. Okay, I'll take it. So we got Flynn. I mean, let's just finish the jump. We could get Flynn. He could move to precise strike and we can at least delay some of the turns. I mean, that's epic. That's awesome. So can Serve Cold get out there and assist? He could. He's not going to extend the anti-missilesium suite coverage to our allies yet. Out of everybody over here, the only one able to project force to the opposite side is our Scorbun. So I think Serve Cold is better served actually finishing the job on the Alicorn on this side. So let's do that. So we're going to precise strike the Alicorn, try to remove him as a threat, get those Clan Gauss rifles off the field. Enemy down. Beautiful. High five. So Alicorn to Charlie off the field. Now we can refocus. If we can clear out the 85-ton Osteon on the far right side, then we're only dealing with the enemies right in front of us, the 2 stars in mid group and left group. And then we don't have to worry about our flanks as much, and we can actually get our own concave. All right, Summoners pushing. This is from mid group. They lock up on Kid Pup. Flynn is the only one who can shift hard enough to engage. So I want to use that precise strike to try to control who gets to go and not. This guy already went. This guy did not. 96% on Summoner Delta. Hellbringer Delta on Clan Plasma Cannon. Let's get that guy pushed back in the turn order. I want to get a shot on all those Clan Plasma Cannons. Try to delay as long as possible before we get hit with that. Stack MRM-40 Apollo. More importantly, push him back to initiative phase 4. It's a lot of Clan AMS with a 50% chance to intercept. A lot of redundancies there. And then they got 2 more on this turn. Summoner Prime, the very versatile summoner coming from group mid. And shot on objective. Interesting. What's kind of strange is I think he's attacking Bravo base. He's not attacking Charlie base. So that's odd. I don't know if that counts towards the remaining buildings, the original base. I should probably check. Big ol' salvo to HP. But a decent amount of armor remains. Just under 2,500. And now we're in the next phase. So I do want to count the number of buildings. So does this count towards the remainder? I mean, if it were me, I would never be shooting at this. 20,000 HP. It's got 19,980 remaining. So that's 1 building out of 4. That's 2 buildings, 3. Oh, it does include that. So that technically is an objective. Interesting. Weird. Actually, no, there's 4 right here. So actually, no, I think that's an old objective. They're just attacking the old... Yeah, I'm not going to question it. I mean, fine for them if they want to do that. At least this is an opportunity for us to move Templar Latham. We really need to offer only the left armor if we can. If we walk back, we can give the left side and focus on, let's say, some of the other guys. Let's overload the AMS now. Precise strike. What do we have? Sidewinder beta with the LBX AC-10 and the LRM 15s. I mean, they're both about the same. So let's target the one that's a little higher up. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks it straight to the head. Templar Latham, Hag 80. And we've definitely softened up the head, and he's very unsteady. Any round they don't shoot at us. Yes, anything we can get is awesome. All right, Ostion in the distance. He's got the Hag 80, triple Clanier medium. Into the Apocabun. And we're down to 3,600 armor, thank goodness. No head hits as far as I'm aware. Allied impact, big ol' hit on the Stormcrow Alpha that shut down. So I think the Hellbringer gets to go now, which is a little scary. Yeah, there are those Clan Plasma Cannons. Yeah, so that's the Hellbringer doing that right now. He's attacking Death Skull. Death Skull may need to take a turn off because that's a ton of build-up and inefficiency on our side, but he's standing still in the flames, so that's an interesting choice. So no evasion for him. He's gonna have to contend with that. Big ol' hits on the left side again for HB. Unfortunately hits the leg though, so fortunate for us it spread somewhere else outside the arm. We were down to 219 on that side, so the leg is a welcome exchange. And then of course we've got the Sidewinder in front of us. Oh, nice. So again, not as worried about the incoming missiles, so it's always a pleasure whenever they encounter AMS coverage. This is awesome. All right, so far so good. So far so good. Shot and move. Okay, so they got 2 left right now. So who's on 3? They've got the Sidewinder that we blasted. If we tip him over again, we can actually push him over. So we got a Warhawk with crossbow. If he can manage, he can. Since the Ostion already went, should I worry about that, or should I just... Let's just blast this guy and tip him right over, and we'll get... Well, I guess if I... I'm torn. No, this is our chance. We can push him back to 2. This is the opportunity. Let's do it. Okay. Little scary, because we're going to have to deal with him, and I realize I put crossbow right in his line of sight. He barely has to move, so let's... Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks it straight ahead and topple this guy over. Knock him down. Beautiful. High five. All right, that guy's been knocked down and he's out of the fight. Fantastic job. Lethal damage. Perfect. And then they got one more coming our way. And that's this guy right here. He's the guy on the outside, the Sidewinder Prime, I believe. Yeah, he's coming way on left group. He's shooting at Templar Latham, but it's the left side with missiles. And we have decent coverage. Fantastic. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I feel so much better now. That was like 5 AMS coverage on top of Templar Latham, and now it goes to us. Let's reserve down to 1, and let's start to try to eliminate targets, right? So we got our Pockbun. Who do we have that's a little bit lighter? We got Amiel as well. Amiel can get really, really solid breaches. Let's see about cleaning up left to right if we can. We'll leave mid on tap. Amiel's got a great opportunity to engage the Sidewinder. He's got a good opportunity to engage the Hellbringer, but he's at optimal ranges on the Sidewinder. So let's go ahead and try to clear that and get a breach. Engage with Amiel, just gently scooping the pilot out of that mech. There's Amiel. Stack that. Beautiful. Tears the torso in twain. And the guy's now bleeding out. So in a weird sort of way, if we want to be economical, we can just leave him be and just call it. All right, gone. Solgen. The experimental MIRVs are now back online. I like it. I guess these guys are better grouped than the rest of them. So even though we've been taking turns off, being in the water and doing multi-target has actually been really helpful. So if I were to do the multi-target thing, I might get overlapping impacts, which could be pretty interesting. But then again, I might get good effect here. These guys are very hot. Let's put one on this, let's say the Summoner. And then we're going to put one on, let's say, this guy right here. So alpha, beta, and engage. Let's do it. So first experimental Merv coming in on the summoner. Nice impacts. He was already hot. Got a nice breach there. Good splash. Got a little bit more. We're just prepping for the rest of the bunnies. Experimental Merv number 2. There it is. Wonderful. Good breach. It's a very effective tool. I must say, it's not what I would naturally gravitate towards, but it works. It works. It's pretty awesome, actually. I dig it. I dig it.
Wait, why am I in a cockpit?
And that basically leaves these 5 on crest that have been taking the damage the whole time. All right, Rhubarb Carl in the Yazatak. Can we get a line on the Osteon? I don't see it. Well, I mean, I guess let's just keep... It's left to right, right? So we got red legs on the Apocabun. He's been blasted a bunch. We could get back into some cover. Let's get back into cover. And then we have our Escados. We can tune that up to 3. We don't have to wait for the ammunition to, you know, to try to be sustainable here. There's a Sidewinder relatively untouched. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks it straight to the head. Nice breaches. Beautiful. And a hit on the head, and he's bleeding out. All right, so we got 2 bleed outs here. One on this Sidewinder Prime. And another on... Did we shoot that guy? Oh, yeah, we shot that guy. My bad. It was on mid group.
Oh, man.
HB.
You got me.
I could push mid group. I could pull back and square off and give the right side. Right side has a little more armor, so let's do that. We're going to just pull back. Get squared off. See who we can engage. I mean, that's going to give a good salvo there on the summoner. That's going to knock him over, probably take him out. And then there's the Hellbringer itself. I guess just for safety, I'm going to go ahead and Vigilance in place and just send the salvo on the trail. So we'll send it right on the Hellbringer and soften him up. Looking for breaches. Nice. Excellent. Very breached. Oh, there it is. High five. Wonderful. That way you can call it chitty chitty bang bang. 2 really big guns we do. It's the Escados Rotary Railgun and the Apocabun. The Chitty Chitty Bang Bang indeed. That is a great name. All right, if we stay in place with a Boom Chamon Bun, we got the double improved Heavy Gauss. We did get hit with 4 Clan Plasma Cannon, so that's something that we got to tend with. So we're turning off the 1 Clanning our medium, and all of a sudden it's fine. So we can basically see 2 from this position into Stormcrow. All right, just Stormcrow. This is the one standing on crest, so sometimes you got to adjust for kicks. Hit straight at the head. Hag 60. Nice. Big old breaches there. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. 1 Clan Large Pulse is now offline. We got Panzerbun and Rhubarb Carl. Now, Rhubarb Carl has the Hag 20. Let's utilize it and try to clean up here. So he's going to dash on up. I'm actually going to utilize Vigilance so he goes a little bit sooner in the next turn because he is sort of out in the open, which is unfortunate. And then we'll try to get the guy. That's 37 on Crest, 99 on Stormcrow. That shut down. So we don't have to kill him right away. Although, let's be real, I want to. And then the summoner that can go, let's hit that guy. He's already got a breach, so... Oh, wow, he's really breached. There ain't a part on the front of his body that ain't breached. My God, except for that leg. I mean, that is a really nice leg that he's got right there. But everywhere else, not so great, really. He literally has 156 armor total, and most of it comes from the butt. That is scary. My goodness. Well, you can't hide from Panzerbun. That is the new mantra. So we're just going to be charging it in and trying to finish the job. Here we go. Straight in from Panzerbun. He's flying from the other side of the island, trying to spread the love and the joy like Far Cry. I can attack the Stormcrow. He can attack... He's got a pretty decent chance of hitting this Prime. But this guy already has a big ol' breach in him, so let's send a Hag 60 his way. We'll go straight to core and hope we can impact. Planning our PPC. Hag 60. There it is. And enemy down. High five. Beautiful job. He should be able to run faster now, given that there is no armor slowing him down. Yes, tons and tons. Just shave right off. It's going to be like Usain Bolt. All right, perfect. So we're now on the next turn. So if we take a look at the remainder, we have on sensors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 in total. A much more manageable number, let's say. Got Serve Cold, got Crow. Next up is 7. Let's go down to 7. When does this guy get to go? I don't remember. On 6, I count we've got 1, 2, and we've got 3. So he's not on 6. Well, this guy's shut down, so I don't have to worry about him. He's just going to power up. These two will impact, and they will shoot, but what are their targets? They do have our Yazata, so maybe they're probably both going to shoot at Rhubarb Crawl. I hope he has enough armor. So what I'm going to do is maybe just walk up with Crow, square off, and we'll try to land a solid hit on one of them. Summoner Prime deals close range LBX AC-10, ER PPC LRM 15, Sidewinder Prime ATM. That's a lot. I might focus on the Sidewinder instead, and maybe we'll give him a little Inferno because we might even splash his pals. Give him a little Inferno juice there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. He's pushed back and he's unsteady. Little heat, over threshold, phenomenal. Really, really nice. Got Serve Cold, and we're just going to start booking it closer to the action as quickly as possible. We'll actually run right along the ridge line where we can provide Panzerbund with additional anti-missile Elysium coverage. And I suppose whoever has any evasion will just block it off and hope for the best. So far, I'm not... There we go. That Sidewinder still has evasion. Now he has 1. Still don't have a shot on the Osteon. All right, this Stormcrow's getting back up. I think he powered up now. Got Uffizi, got Flynn. Let's get Flynn in and aggressive. We'll take this Summoner and maybe get him pushed back. So hard push. He's carrying a C3I on board. He's over crest, so the Osteon probably won't shoot at him. And we're going to stack this Summoner Prime specifically and push him back in order to 4. Buy us a little space. Excellent, excellent. Beautiful. I quote, I will find you and I will kill you. Yes. Are you Feezy? Can we get a lock on that Osteon? Again, we're too far, so just stick with a quick response force. And we're not really locking anybody, just hang tight. Uffizi gets a little bit of a breather here. So now we're pushing into 5. And a lot of the mechs that we push back, like the Summoner and the Sidewinder, they'll get to go, including the Stormcrow on crest. So here's the Sidewinder we gave Inferno to. He's stacking it to HP. But we've got a good interception on those 27 ATMs. Beautiful. Oh, he only sent 9 of them. So he sent 1 launcher in order to probably salvage his heat situation. Stormcrow's coming off crest. Stormcrow Charlie. He's still burning. He's got a big old hole in the middle. Fires the LBX AC-10 at HP. HP absorbs the hit on the right side. So far, it's still relatively healthy on that side. And, of course, we got the Summoner Prime with the... Oh, he... Ew, boy. Yep, it is very hot in the tropics. And he's feeling that one. His ammunition is no longer viable. Summoner Prime with the PPC LRM 15 and LBX AC-10 on mid-group. Shot to Templar Latham actually has a slight impact for 37, but it is not on the damage side, thank goodness. It looks like it was able to impact. I actually don't know where it impacted. It did not hit on the damage side, though. And now we're on 4. That includes the Summoner Delta with his last act of defiance before he succumbs to many, many injuries.
Fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, they've locked him in particular. Oh, there's the Osteon. Hag out to Red Legs. Red Legs on the right. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? You good? You good? Excellent. Excellent. Oh, that guy shut down. Beautiful. High five. Okay, we've got this under control, I think. I think we can do this. As long as we don't have another base to defend, I think we got this one under control now. Not bad, bunnies. Super heavies. Really tanking up a storm here. A lot of clan weapons, unfortunately.
My grandma hits hard.
And we're still okay. So who's left? This guy. All right, can someone handle that guy, please? Templar Latham, can you please handle that gentleman? Send the full set. Engage him. Oh, he has been reduced a little bit. All right, he still has some coming. He's coming at us. Who are you going after? Are you going right back to Templar? Who are you attacking? This is your one last chance for victory. Shot to HP. Missiles are good. All right, it's our turn now, bunnies. We have endured, we have survived, and that guy's now dead. High five. Wow, that's he's like, no, okay, I give up. I'm sorry, I don't want any more of this. Please, no, please, God, no. All right, reserve down to one. It's our turn now, my God. All right, we're coming for you. Sojin has a cooldown on those Mervs, so let's just stay in the water. Square off, I guess. Can he lock anybody? Here, lock up this guy. You still have evasion. Bring him down to 1 evasion there. We got crossbow and the Warhawk. Now, I realize this guy is still shut down, but we should probably take advantage of that. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks it straight to the head. Ostion. I give up, Clanpot. You fought to the bitter end, Bunny with a pistol.
Wait.
All right, we got Amiel, Kit Pup. Kit Pup, do you have Fast Fire? Fast Fire's on cooldown, that's right. Well, we got Amiel. Let's keep sending the breaches. Amiel's up, precise strike. We just got to choose the right target. That guy's very open. That guy's super open. This guy's not as open. That guy's really not that open. So let's go ahead and focus on the Stormcrow Alpha and open him up. Can opener, let's go, Amiel. Stack him. Beautiful. High five. God, the behemoth is nasty. Super nasty. That is crazy. God, the consistency is ludicrous. All right. Well, excellent. Good start. That leaves our super heavies and Kid Pup. So Rhubarb in the Yazata. At least we can come over crest. Let's go in and try to clean up. Well, actually, no. Despite the fact that we can go over crest, let's go in and focus on the Ostion, because he seems super dangerous. And I don't like having stuff in our rear uncontested. So sometimes you got to adjust for kicks hit straight to the head. I heard someone calling for a can opener. Yep. Oh, there it is. Rhubarb Carl. It's got 11 structure. Head is a little bit weaker now. Panzer Bun. Well, Panzer can... Panzer, can you help with that? Can opener. Can opener. Ostion just needs a little push. Give him a little nudge, please. Sometimes you got to adjust for kicks hit straight to the head from downtown. Tag that. There it is. High five. Lethal damage. Enemy down. All right, so that guy's gone. And now we can focus on what's in front of us. We got 4 bunnies, 3 super heavies, and 1 Kit Pup with the plates. So let's just walk it forward. The Boom to Mon Bun, precise strike. Improved heavy Gauss. Oh, we got to turn some stuff off. We're getting a little hot here. We'll just send 1 improved heavy Gauss instead. How about that? Summoner Prime on the right. 88. Or... okay, that might be a bit much. Can we... yeah, shoot the Stormcrow. Tell you what. Let's rest the improved heavy Gausses. And let's shoot the Stormcrow right in the center. Yep, that'll do it. High five. Good job. How many clanners are left? I'm seeing 4 on sensors right now and a lot of salvageable parts. Is that it? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. They're right in front of us. Okay, we can do this. Who's got the high initiative, right? It's the guys on mid at the moment, and this guy is living on a prayer.
Oh, man.
Well, HB in the Alpha. Let's sidestep, square off,
Moving out,
focus and stack the Summoner Prime and try to open him up. Double clanning our PPC. ER large. We got a good breach on the right side. Beautiful. Breach on both sides. Fantastic. And then we got Red Legs, and he's resting with all the rotary railguns. We'll have 1 more back online soon enough. So let's just stand up, and we are going to use Vigilance to allow us to move sooner on the next turn. And we'll shoot our clanning our largest at good old Orangey over here. Up, that'll do it. And his core has been crit. He's got 50 structure left. He's super panicked. I'm surprised he still sticks it around. You know, it'd be funny if Kit Pup did side slip and just used his machine guns. Is that... okay, is this... okay, this is pretty ludicrous. Should I probably should not do this, right? Like, if I... if Kit were maybe to... is he in range? No, he's not in range of the machine guns. Okay, let's... I was actually thinking, yeah, that would probably end really badly. Let's not do that. We're gonna... maybe move here. Yeah, let's move here. And just hold out. Yeah, maybe a stray shot can hit him and panic him. That'd be great. That'd be great. We got Crow. We can always limit the lines of sight by coming around the outside like this. And then instead of sending a shape charge his way, we'll just send some heat. And hopefully that's enough to scare him. Long Tom Cannon and a Clan Plasma. That is... Can you imagine? You have no protection whatsoever, and a bunny decides, you know what I think you could use? No, please don't. Please don't. I think you could use magma. I think you could use a little bit of magma. No, I really don't need any magma. Oh, God. It's okay. I don't want to play anymore. All right, well, let's just get serve cold forward. Now we're actually providing additional anti-missile ECM coverage. That's great. Are we in range for a Bloodhound probe ping? I think we can just ping the 1, so that's not really going to help us. 2 evasion, 1. We'll go ahead and lock up the Summoner Prime on mid group here. We tried being reasonable. You could have ejected earlier, just gently scooping out the fusion engine out of that mech. Out on 6. So the Sidewinder Echo does get to go. He's got quite a lot. He's shooting at Templar Latham. Ooh, that's actually not great. We've got the weakest side there, but our weak side is protected, so thank goodness we are safe. We are safe. Oh my goodness. All right, Uffizi, are you in range? We are in range. We are in range. Let's stay on the Summoner Prime. And we're just going to push him back to 4. Engage. Yeah, looks like we hit a breach there. Nice. There's even a weapon, a CC weapon. Oh, that's right. On Max Dustball, they got like a magma cannon or something, or a lava gun, I think is what it's called, yeah? Well, it's been a while since we've kicked somebody, and they're clanners, so they deserve to be kicked when they're standing. So let's go ahead and try to deal with this Sidewinder. He already has an injury, and we're going to kick him with Flint Taggart. All right, give him 1 for the road, Jack. Snap kick. Oh, it's the damage leg. Flow right into the torso, and guns. Oh, he ejected before he could shoot the emeralds. I know it's coming. I surrender. The guy like popped right out. He blew the leg right off before he could even fall or get shot at. And the bunny's like, here it comes. No, I'm out. Please don't kill me. Well, that is one more chance for the enemy. They're going after Templar Latham again. Coming in on the left side, Templar is perfectly fine. And now that they've shown their hostile side to the bunnies are unforgiving and unrelenting in their vengeance that they dish out. Yeah, are vehicle pilots more common in the hiring hall now? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, as far as I'm aware, the spawn chances haven't been changed, but maybe you've had quite a stint for it, right? Well, tell you what, we got our Apoca Bun. We still have the rotary railgun. So let's ding out on the Summoner. Sometimes you got to just for kicks it straight to the head. There it is. High 5. Good job. And there's 1 left. It seems like the amount of ammunition that we brought was actually sufficient. This is excellent. Awesome. AMS is now on jam, so we can have even more AMS coverage. Beautiful. Arm up that railgun for the next one in case it survives. Panzer. Let's go ahead and push Panzerbun in. He's got an obstructed line. But sometimes you got to just for kicks it straight to the Sidewinder's head. Pack 60. Good impacts. He's unsteady, lost evasion. Oh boy. So who's going to send the last one? Got Death Skull, Rhubarb and the Yazata, Templar Latham. Well, Templar Latham has been shot at quite a lot. So we should probably give him an opportunity to get some vengeance. He does have the Hag 80. He's going to have to deal with the recoil penalties. But you know what? If anyone can do it, it's him. Sometimes you got to just for kicks it straight to the head. Like a hero in 3, 2, and 1. Sayonara. Sayonara. Game can't even keep up. There it is. Is that it?
Wow! We were only meant to hold the line and you wiped out every last Clan Ghost Bear mech on the field. That's kind of great, boss. Proof that it can be done.
That's a battalion's worth out there. I'm really excited to see what we're pulling in for salvage.
Wow, so we did it. Excellent. That was only 2 bases to defend that time. Truly excellent.
Bunny League, the Draconis Combine is very pleased with your excellent performance out there.
Holy crap, a battalion of Ghost Bear forces and we live to tell the tale? I'm still amazed.
After 10, Templar Latham, it all became a blur.
Wow, after 10 kills? Holy crap. Salvage screen's gonna look like a used car. Oh my god, what is happening? Unity, I've never seen this pop up. What is this? Wait, why is Unity popping up right now? Did we break it? Wow. Okay, so you know you've done a lot of killing when you see a pop-up you've never seen before in the history of playing Battletech. What was that? It's a crash. Oh boy. Is that what it is? Have the bunnies seen that before? It's a oh boy. Well, apparently we crashed the game. We killed too hard. I mean, what a way to go though. And that's a crash. Okay, well, you know what? That seemed like it was well worth it. We did a good job, and all that loot, it doesn't matter. It's the end of the career anyway. Too much loot. You crashed it. Memory dump. Execute. Bunny death. Unity is the game engine. Yeah, I've never seen that pop up before. That's pretty nuts. Well, I mean, we got about 20 minutes left. I mean, I don't think anything's going to top that. You played too hard. Huh. Is there... I don't think there's anything we can do in 20 minutes that's going to top that. So I guess we'll wrap up there, and that's not that bad, bunnies. So bunnies, thanks so much for hanging out with me. We did quite a lot in this career. We're able to go through and actually get a ton of new super heavies, test out new things. We've been able to go through the Arena Restoration in the campaign through the flashpoints. Haven't done that before, so thank you for being interested, and thank you for all your feedback, and thanks for all your support. So I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. So the next time that we play, starting next Friday, we're going to be starting a brand new career with Roguetech. So it's been a while since we've tried it. The last time that we played, I think was like, yeah, it was like 3 careers ago. And eventually we were fighting in the super heavy arena in big, long, drawn out, multiple hour battles. And Tank Hair had laser vision with ultralight naval lasers. I don't know if that's still a thing, but we'll see how it goes, and it should be a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll be we'll have a good run of it, and either way we'll figure it out together. So it's probably more complex now, and I probably don't know it all. So on that note, next time we'll be streaming is next Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Still to be determined as to what it is we're going to get back to. I was looking at the analytics. It did seem like the bunnies seem to be enjoying the Mechanicus 2 campaign. So on Tuesday, we'll come back with that through Thursday, and then we'll start up Roguetech on Friday. So that's the idea. Something a little new on Monday, come back with Mechanicus 2 on Tuesday, and then start a new career in Roguetech on Friday. So on that note, since we're wrapping up a little bit early, hopefully you enjoyed yourself. If you'd like to hang out until the end of the music, we'll go and give someone a nice raid. I had a total blast. I hope you did as well. And I can't wait to get into the next one with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.